What's up, Barnhill family, and welcome to the UFC 328 live stream watch along. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Let's go. We'll give you guys some time to get into the chat here. I've got it up on all platforms, so thank you to all of you guys who are watching either on YouTube. That's where most of you watch generally. Also on X, on Kick. We're trying to grow on Kick. That's a tricky one, Nick. I think we got to figure Kick out a little bit better. And then Facebook, of course.
That's for the young kids. So if you're already on one of the other platforms, don't worry about going to Kick. Obviously, leave that for the young kids. But everybody, welcome. It's been a while since we've had a card like this. And the big fight feel that the presser kind of gave me between Sean Strickland and Khamzat Chimaev, total chaos. Absolute madness. I don't know what to expect when these two actually get locked in the cage, and instead of an entire team of security and police officers between them, there's going to be one referee. Like, are they actually going to wait for the cage doors to lock and to get the go-ahead? I have a hard time seeing that. Like, both of them have said there's not going to be a handshake after this, so if there's any sort of predictions on that, definitely go take some.
I think cordial at best after this. These guys are not going back to being friends and training partners, that's for sure.
What are the odds on a glove tap?
So I saw on Kalshi they were talking about the likelihood of a glove tap, and it's, I think, at 8% is what they're predicting. So yeah. I think that's probably closer to 0%. I think Khamzat's going to come across the cage like an absolute animal and try to take Sean down. I think Khamzat's going to start this fight the same exact way that he started the Kevin Holland fight.
And almost every other fight. Did you know that the average time for him to get across the cage and actually shoot his first takedown is 12 seconds?
That seems about right.
Yeah, well, and you also think about like the Gerald Mears chart, that actually wasn't a takedown at all, so that doesn't count towards it. But everybody else, it's within 12 seconds, and that's the average. So some of them are even faster than 12 seconds.
No, that which is truly insane. Just want to shout out a few people. Luciano, welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming back again and being here with us. Dirty Max 2207. He's taken Sean Strickland by knockout. I like it. I like the confidence.
And keep all the predictions coming. Put all 5 names in, or as we go fight to fight, y'all let us know who you're taking.
We got Leomano Martinez in here, former UFC veteran.
That's shout out. Dog.
Shout out, Mana. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, he went viral just yesterday. There's a guy who does like prank content in Houston. You know, pranks are the big thing these days. Everybody's, got to be on high alert when they're out in public, shopping at Walmart, going to Home Depot to pick up some house supplies. People are pranking all day, and they're wearing the meta glasses. I know Mana's got a pair, but he was actually sparring with this one dude. I think he's an Indian guy, and it was actually pretty entertaining because the guy's wearing like this crazy Indian suit and crazy Indian shoes with like big toes that stick up.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. And they had Mana on there. Kind of basically, it's funny because a pro fighter can actually exhaust somebody else in a sparring round by just doing defense. Mana had a high guard and he's just blocking shots, and the other guy was getting exhausted. And then, of course, Mana started to open up with the body shots a little bit. So check out Mana Martinez's Instagram, bro. He's the man, and also that content was hilarious.
Yeah, shout out Mana. Shout out.
We're locked in.
Let's see here. Quick question from Luciano. What do you guys think? Did Chimaev make weight? I saw a couple of different angles of this. I don't think he was on the scale long enough. Was he 185 pounds? Maybe. I don't think we will ever know. I don't think he was on the scale long enough. You have to let those weighted scales settle. Mm-hmm. So that you can see where the balance lies. If it's touching the top, if it's touching the bottom, then it's not the actual weight. Those are those doctor's office scales that we've all probably stepped on. He is over 185. I think it may be by a couple of ounces, if that.
But that's not championship weight, right?
I just think he should. The commission should have made him stay there a little bit longer and let that scale balance out. Chris said, "Uh-oh, is everything all right?"
Yeah, we lost.
Okay, good deal. We thought we lost the stream for a second, but it looks like we're all good.
And if you guys lose anything, if the quality goes down, if it starts buffering, y'all let us know. Just fire it off in the chat. We'll be sure to keep an eye on it, and hopefully all smooth sailing from here on out. But you never know with these internets, Wi-Fi's, and of course the
already, and the fight hasn't even started. Let's get to a few of these questions, and then guys, we did something cool for tonight. We did one of these a couple times ago, but We bought the. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. We paid for these.
But if they'd like to sponsor
with company money, I will add. And so these are Topps Chrome 2026. And Chris is, I mean, honestly, we're going to get Chris on here on camera to open up some of these because he's the real card ripper of the family. So we've been doing the Home of Fight repacks, ripping those open. Those guys have been generous enough to give us a repack to open up on a weekly basis. But
I pulled a Khabib this past week.
Yeah, Nick pulled a Khabib. So what we're going to do is, I think, is it 6 packs in here, Chris? Because we got 6 packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to open one before the first fight and then one in between every fight. So honestly, probably, Nick, we ought to get started. Now, are all these the same, Chris, or just like pull a random pack? And okay.
All right. I'll do the honors. Yeah. All right, y'all. Topps Chrome. Read
2026.
Should be all right. You should be able to see through it. I guess I'll get into it. We got Dustin Poirier, Chris Weidman, and whoever that lady is that they've got on the desk with her.
Kate Abdo, the lady that doesn't know any of the fighters' names.
Or anything about fighting.
She's great with boxing. I don't want to, throw shade on her, but if she's going to do this, she needs to learn MMA a little bit better, just in my personal opinion. But
yeah. Seriously. There's so many.
She's on the main desk and I'm sitting here, so she must be doing something.
But like that one famous song, "There's no place I'd rather be." Wait a second. So am I supposed to take this from the back or take this from the front? There's no order. Then we're going to go ahead and open this bad boy up.
Let's see what we got here.
The pack has been ripped, and we are starting off not so hot, but we still got a good one. Jailton Almeida.
Ooh.
Check that out.
Jailton Almeida getting his card before he gets his walk-in papers.
Yeah, but right around the same time. Ooh, I pulled a Khabib. Remember that? A couple days ago, Home of Fight. It was on the repacks. Definitely check that video out. It was a good time. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I guess I got a magnet towards the Khabib.
You do.
I don't know much about the card, so if I see something unique, I'll let y'all know. But for the most part,
so this, and I don't know either, but Chris is going to know. This is 197 out of 250. That means there's only 250 of those. So that means there's only 250 of these. A Khabib.
I've got one of 250. There we go.
That's pretty good. That's a way to start off the night, man. Good job, man.
All right, my favorite so far, actually. I love Khabib underdog. Underdog. Never the underdog.
Yeah, when is Khabib an underdog?
But undefeated. But we got Sugar Sean O'Malley. Come on, this is an Alien Ginter 25 Topps, Brooklyn, New York. Allen and Ginter. Sugar Sean O'Malley, the world's champion. So I guess it's a champion. Yeah, champion card. All right. I'll get better with this card information and lingo. Don't worry, y'all. I'll be locked and loaded soon. Oh man. Go ahead and try to guess this one if you can in time. One of the 2 biggest what ifs in the entire sport. Now we can't count this guy out totally, but he's been dealing with a lot of injuries, horrible stuff that's taken place on his side of the world and all that sort of stuff. So I feel for this man, but I need to see him back in action, especially in the stacked welterweight division. None other than Shavkat Rakhmonov.
You see that fight with Shavkat?
Have you seen that fight with Shavkat? Oh, and guess what? It's Ian Gary getting punched in the face the shot. And also it says impact point. So I don't know much about that, but it's an impact point card.
I think Chris is furiously looking him up over there off camera.
All right.
I think if I had to take a guess, I would say the Khabib is the best one so far because it's actually numbered, 197 out of 250. None of the other ones have been numbered so far.
Wait till you hear this one and no peeking.
Okay.
This one, I just learned this terminology from Chris a few minutes ago. Something called a fraction. An X-fractor. This guy, I don't know if he can see yet, but the last time we checked in, he still can't see thanks to Cyril Gahn. This is Tom Aspinall X-fractor. Check that out. That's the world champ. That's the #1 heavyweight in the world. As it stands, the baddest dude walking because John Jones is no longer around, but that's a pretty cool card.
That is a cool looking card. Look at how this is like reflective.
It's the X-fractor.
Is this a good one, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris is. I see that. I can tell which ones are good by the ones Chris is immediately putting in the sleeves and the ones he's like sitting down on the table there.
Get your greasy palms.
We need a third camera on Chris, by the way.
We do, y'all. Somebody donate in the chat. Send enough money to get Chris a Sony camera.
No,
we'll have it
that would be uber generous. Thank you guys all so much. By the way, we got my blue and gold socks back in the chat again this week. What's up? Thanks for thanks for joining.
Yeah, we're
He
ripping
actually
cards right now.
commented, I've never seen a championship weigh-in go that fast. I think something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Very possible that he was off weight. I think the commission should have made him stay until that scale settled.
We'll get to the rest of the chat too right after this. I got three cards left. John Masumoto, nothing to write home about.
Watch this guy become a champion, and then you'll eat those words.
We got a real tall heavyweight coming up next. It's not Volkov, not the man fighting tonight, but we got
Throwback Stefan Struve.
Yeah, Taliesin Texeira. Nothing really to see here except for a really tall guy. They had to shrink him a lot to fit him on the card, I think. And then, if you're a Canadian fan, shout out to our Canucks out there. Get your toque on. Charles Jourdain, Air Jourdain.
Hey, I like Jourdain.
Yeah, one of the hottest new bantamweights out there. And it's cool. This card actually says bantamweight here on the back, which, if you know, he's only had now 3 or 4 fights at bantamweight. Before that, he was 145.
Yeah, this is the 2026.
Took the Jose Aldo approach and decided he was going to change his lifestyle, change his body composition, and he's moved down to 135. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. First pack is done.
Good deal. So,
Signed,
Chris,
sealed, delivered.
was the Khabib one the best one in the first pack?
Probably that X Factor.
Tom Aspinall.
Oh, no kidding.
Actually, the Khabib probably is, because it's numbered.
Good deal.
Nothing to write home about, but it might, be a $5 card.
A $5 card, according to Chris. Hey, we'll take it.
But that's the beautiful thing is you just came out yesterday, so there's no exact price on them yet.
Let's jump into the chat. Dirty Max, realistically, it'll be a hugging match in the end rounds, but I'm hoping they really go off and throw haymakers in the first 2. Now, here's the way I see it, man. I see this fight going one of 2 ways. And obviously, if you heard my prediction that I gave in the deep dive video that we did and then the full main card video, I picked Khamzat. I think Khamzat's going to get a submission within the first 2 rounds.
Okay.
I see this fight going one of 2 ways. Khamzat finishes Sean in the first 10 minutes, or Sean wins a decision. Those are the 2 outcomes that I see. Nick, agree, disagree?
So I love the thought here from the comments, and thank you for the chat. But my thing is, I actually see if Sean Strickland can avoid getting submitted, I don't see him really avoiding the takedown. He's certainly not going to avoid the takedown attempts. But if he can avoid the takedowns and the submissions early, just enough to get into the later rounds, Khamzat will be gassed. I don't think he made weight, so that tells me it was a rough weight cut. He's never been known for crazy cardio. Coach Sam Calvita is the best in the business, so if his cardio is improving, it will be shown tonight. But I honestly think as the fight goes on, the takedowns will be harder and harder to get because everybody will be slick. There's likely going to be some blood mixed with the sweat, and it'll be easier for Sean Strickland to stay on his feet later in the fight. But we have to get there first, right? You can't start looking at the championship rounds till you get past the dry and fully explosive Khamzats in round 1, 2, and even 3.
Well, here you go. Shout out Luciano. Thank you. $5 in the super chat.
Whoa.
What does that say? I lost it on the screen there, Chris. Okay, Chris got it. Kamaru said Pantoja needs one more fight before a fight for the belt. I bet you guys don't agree with this craziness. You would be right. I mean, Pantoja did nothing wrong, and Josh has come out and said, I would think a black belt would know how to fall. And it's all funny. And, he's trying to make the best of the situation that he's in. So I understand that. I'd probably be saying some of the same stuff if I was Josh as well.
And it only took him 6 months to come up with that.
Yeah, exactly. He thought about that for a while. 100% Pantoja goes straight into a title fight if I'm making the matchup. He did nothing wrong. Yeah. He dislocated his arm, in a fluke accident in what was looking like it was going to be a pretty damn good fight. So, I don't know why Kamaru would say that, especially being a former champion. If something like that happened to him and he lost his belt in a weird way like that, you would certainly think that. I mean, did he have one?
Kamaru's just got the crab in the bucket. If Kamaru Usman said that,
yes. Well,
he's got the crab in the bucket type of mentality there. He's like, if I'm not getting a title shot as a former champ, nobody's getting a title shot as a former champ without putting a serious body of work together. Pantoja did nothing wrong. There's also not that deep of a division down at 125, so I really don't think we can realistically say after Manel Cape.
Well, he's fighting Horiguchi, and that could be for who's next after Pantoja, but certainly they shouldn't jump Pantoja.
No, and Pantoja should be able to take his time, and he can even wait out another 3 months after he, feels 100% if he thinks he needs to. But, one lackluster title fight at 125, and you put that the cannibal himself back in the title mix, and for sure he's going to be a tough night for everybody. I don't think a freak accident happens twice in a row for him unless his luck is just completely run out. But yeah, I don't think that, given the performances he's given us and also the depth at oh my God, I thought Megan O'Leary was tatted up like that, but
yeah, she's gotten sleeved up.
Midlife crisis hit hard for her, but no, it's actually just like a dainty floral dress. So shout out Megan O'Leary.
But by the way, been doing this for a long time. You have the Nina dramas and the Laura Sankos, but Megan's an OG.
Yeah,
she's good at what she does.
And speaking of OGs, we got Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens, the hardest hitting 145er. The who the fook is that guy, making his walk to the cage right now. He's in the blue gloves. He missed weight by 4 pounds, 5 pounds. I love that he actually still flexed at the ceremonials, and then decided to flick the double bird at the crowd and give him a little bit of what for down below the belt.
Stevens
thought that was hilarious.
Green. All right. So
speaking of O'Leary being here for a while, she's in the embedded where Connor throws the dolly through the
Oh yeah. And Megan O'Leary, she's been even longer than that too. I think she was back like before the Reebok days. She's been around for
she's been around for a minute. So
and can you pull like an Megan O'Leary card? I know you can pull like a Herb Dean. I know.
So the Hey Jive from Home of Fight pulled a Dan Mercliata card.
He was on CBS Sports.
I saw that.
They got him picked up over there. Good for him. Getting those main platform streaming services to pick you up as an employee or as an independent contractor is a really good thing. We'd love to get the call from CBS or somebody like that. But yeah, shout out to Hey Jive, man. He's doing his thing.
So what do you guys think the weight miss for Jeremy Stevens? Is that, historically giving up that weight has been an advantage for a lot of people. And certainly it's, both these guys are almost 40. So cutting weight is not easy. And trust me, they're older than I am. And sucking weight myself is not the easiest thing in the world. So he's looked a lot more ripped in the past than he does right now.
Yeah, but he looks good.
Yeah.
And also remember, he was the hardest hitting 145er. This is a fight at 155. So naturally he should look a little bit softer and not quite as chiseled as he used to back in his day.
Right. But if he's missing weight, a weight class up, does that?
Then that tells me it could be a little bit of game planning.
Maybe
he's like, if I can win this fight, they'll keep me around. If not, then even if they don't want to keep me around, I'll still get another big fight next. And here's the thing. Chris and I were talking about this. It was his idea, not mine, but I'll jump on since he doesn't have a mic in front of him. If Bobby Green can't figure out how to, keep this win streak alive, he's an older vet. I'd love to see him in BKFC. Jeremy Stevens is used to the tiny ring over at BKFC. Bobby Green, Jeremy Stevens, regardless of how this fight goes, should probably run it back in BKFC because I'd be down to see that.
Hey, I like it. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea at all. I think Bobby's going to piece him up.
Yeah.
He was my prediction in the beginning. Then I kind of second guessed myself, but I'm fully back on the Bobby Green hype train here. I think that he's got good enough head movement to not get tagged. I think Jeremy's going to swing a little heavy and Bobby's just going to cleanly outbox him. I'm not really seeing a finish. I think more, well, I don't know. If it is, maybe the third round, but I think Bobby Green by decision here.
Yeah, that was my original pick, right? The Bobby Green decision. I think, he doesn't overly engage unless he's got his opponent hurt. And Jeremy Stevens is definitely going to bite down on his mouthpiece and start throwing haymakers. He's going to chunk leather like he always has. But that leaves him off balance. And we know Bobby's a vet. He's crafty and his style's unique. So he's going to be able to find some good shots here and there. And if he can throw stuff that Jeremy doesn't see coming, I see this being a very tough fight for Jeremy Stevens to get his hand raised in.
Real quick, I just want to say, somebody commented they're walking out. They might be a little bit behind. Just remind people to keep it live.
Yeah, if whoever Dirty Max, they're walking out. So we actually have if you want to lock in with us, Chris is going to put the time clock on the screen when the fight starts. We'll have the fighters sort of down here at the bottom, and then the fight clock, I guess, the fight clock just pops up in the middle, right?
Yeah. So, and remember, you guys are going to get ads from now and every now and again. So if you get an ad, just push straight through, because if not, YouTube will take you back like 15 seconds or whatever it is to get through the ad. So just skip through if you want to stay locked in with us. But we highly
just
recommend.
Hit that live at the bottom left corner of the screen. If you hit live, you can sync in, and then we're going to put, as soon as the time clock starts for us, Chris presses go on that as quickly as he possibly can. So if you want to be exactly where we are in the stream, you'll know based on the time clock.
And speaking of where you are, I'd love to hear where everybody's from. So in the chat, y'all just drop like whether you're in a city that you love to represent. We're in Houston. If you're in a state or if you're in a country, we get all sorts of fans from all over the place. India, Algeria, Hawaii. I know that's not a different country, but we're all over the map. Barnhill Brothers is spreading like wildfire.
KC, Missouri, shout out my blue and gold socks. I think that's KCMO, right? Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, KCMO.
Can't be anything else.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Bruce Buffer just got the microphone. He's doing his thing, so he's saying hello to New Jersey for the first time of the main card. Lock in with us. Bobby Green just poured some water on the ground, so y'all know we're right here about to see them both get announced, and then they should be squaring off here in about a minute and a half. Let's
go. Still time to get your vote into the chat. We got 27 of you on YouTube right now, only 10 votes in the chat. 40% Steven, 60% Green. Elton, yo, shout out New Jersey. Let's go.
Let's go, brother.
We got Ralph from New York City back in the chat. You guys are the best. Thank you for letting us know where you're watching from.
Hey, and no,
a lot of Northeast. I love that.
And no slack to not buying a ticket. The UFC's got to come off those prices. It's kind of ridiculous how expensive it is. By the way, have you seen that the Rousey card, the MVP Jake Paul, Francis Ngannou card, is having such a hard time selling that the tickets right now, for the worst seats in the house, but still tickets into the arena nonetheless, are about $60.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they can't draw flies over there. The UFC, though, they've kind of priced themselves out as well. I'm hearing nosebleeds for fights like this are like $300+.
No, it's crazy. And you see with what they're doing at the White House, they're selling tickets for $1.5 million. And I get it. That's sort of an exclusive thing. There will only be a couple hundred of them, which it's like, whatever. It's going to probably, you're going to reach out to your Tom Brady's, your Mark Zuckerbergs, and just see if you can make some of that money that you're spending on the event back. And
it'll be about time. Yeah. They owe the UFC that much for tickets.
Yeah, I feel like those guys all get, so it's so funny because every time we're in Vegas and you see people in the front, you're like, oh man, those guys are loaded. And they are, but then you come to find out if they're big spenders for the casino, they're just there for free anyways. But
yeah, dude, it's like Elon Musk gets a free ticket. I'm like, he's the first ever trillionaire. He doesn't need a free ticket. He wouldn't even know if he paid for the entire arena. And then Zuckerberg, free tickets, Jared Leto, all these guys, free tickets. By the way, 4 minutes, 45, 44, 43, 42 of round one. Bobby Green and Jeremy Stephens are 25 seconds into their fight.
So Ralph, are you guys a little behind because the fight started 4 minutes left in the first? So for us, what I'm seeing right now is 4:27 left in the first round. So you may just be a hair ahead of us. But yeah, we're trying to get the clock as synced up as we possibly can. So what you see on the screen there, that's within a couple seconds of what we're seeing on our screen.
And what we're seeing right now is Jeremy Stephens applying pressure. Bobby Green, standard as always, hands not at the waist, but below the waist. And he's baiting him in, putting his head in front of Jeremy Stephens, trying to get him to throw. And these guys are already chunking heavy leather.
Savannah, Georgia, locked in. Love what y'all are doing. Ryan Dotson.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for watching, my friend.
Dottie,
long time.
Absolutely.
Those of you that don't know, we live in Houston. We've been here for 8 years, but Savannah, Georgia is our hometown, and we still rep it hard.
Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Seriously. Hope all is well.
Thank you. Yeah, Bobby Green.
Hey, and by the way, Dotson, who you got? Let us know at least the main event. But if you got picks for the entire main card, let us know.
Big shot there by Jeremy Stephens.
I was saying, too, when we were leading into this fight card, that these two were going to set the tone for the main card. Not that the main event needs anything, but we got to make sure we don't have a dud for any of the fights on this main card.
As the kids like to say, these unks throw down.
Yeah, unks are getting active.
Bobby's crap talk. We got, 78 years of experience between these two gentlemen.
Yeah, and by the way, the 2 men of the co-main event, Taira Taira and Josh Van, combined age of 48. We just saw Yoel Romero last week, who's 49, so he's older than both of them combined.
Bobby Green landed some shots. Now, Jeremy Stephens did land a nice hook. Bobby's starting to put the boxing together.
There's that 2-1. You were talking about that last week. Beautiful combo.
Nut
kick right to the nuts. Yeah. Good to see Bobby going ahead and showing, grace on that. A lot of times we see people kick somebody in the nuts and they and they don't really do anything. They try to act like the person's faking. By the way, shout out Diamond MMA. Hopefully Jeremy Stevens has a Diamond Cup on right now. And if he doesn't, then he'll be feeling that in the morning. But
I'll be honest, it doesn't look like he does, because it's when Bobby kicked the shorts up there, it looks like he's got a different, unless he's got the jock strap on.
He could have the jock strap.
But he definitely doesn't have those signature compression shorts. But yeah, Bobby knew right away. Bobby's a vet. He realized it.
And by the way,
seem like that wasn't a direct nut shot, but
it's enough to juggle the old 1, 2, 3. And
did Jeremy Stevens get eye poked against Jair, or was Jair the one that got injured in that fight?
Man, I can't even remember.
All right, looks like we're about a minute into the timeout. Jeremy Stevens looks like he's shaking it off, about ready to come back out.
Yeah, he should be all right. It looked like it landed pretty solid, but also not straight onto the button. Yeah, as John Anik has so elegantly referred to it as many times.
Ralph said Joe Rogan was talking about the Diamond MMA protection and how it's the best during the prelims. Yeah, Joe's a big believer in it, and honestly, like, man, we've spent so much money on those products because they're just the best in the game. Like, it's nothing even close to it. And so when they reached out a couple months ago to see if we would want to do a sponsorship, it was like a no-brainer, because like Nick and I can both say, you know, very comfortably that we've spent hundreds of dollars on that product before it was ever a sponsor, before we ever even did this show. So,
yep.
You know,
so if you train, let us know, and maybe we'll send one your direction.
Yeah, we do have some to give out. Bobby Green with the takedown. Who had that on their bingo card tonight?
Yeah, I don't think he wanted it, but since all the momentum was there, he's like, you know what, I might as well take it. After all, this is an MMA
big
match.
Ground and pound by King Green here.
Yeah. All right. King Green, like we were saying, kind of just a step ahead. Jeremy Stevens, it's, you know, he's been active, but not active in the UFC. Bobby Green has been winning fights in the UFC. I just hope it goes to decision, so my prediction's even more accurate. But I'm really, really hoping I go 5 wins and 0 losses here on this main card.
The only one we differed on was the heavyweight. I got Volkov and you got Salsa Boy. So we'll have some disagreement when we get to that. But I think we were locked. So King Green was both of our picks.
Dude, thunderous elbows and good ground and pound so far. Real good top control. You know, everybody's getting so good at controlling up against the cage, and Bobby Green is clearly showing some wrinkles of experience. Oh, we got a Kimura grip here by the arm straight. It's not really going to work for a sweep from this position. Also,
and Jeremy's in the half guard. He's not. I mean, if he had King Green broken down in the full guard,
yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
He's
Nice. Good. Very good by Bobby Green. You got to know when to keep your shoulder tight and fight the grip, and then when to let it loose and kind of go noodle with your arm and release it. That'll usually kill it. But if you try to fight it the whole time, you can wind up tearing your shit.
Bobby Green with the ground
and pound. I love it.
Bobby Green with the rear naked choke.
Nobody had this on their.
Who the heck? Bobby Green by submission. Whoever. My God!
Green by submission.
Bobby Green by rear naked choke and the Nate Diaz double bicep. Who would have thought? Man, if somebody had that on their bet slip, they're very happy today.
And yeah, you know, it's a favorable matchup for sure for Bobby Green to get Jeremy Stevens. But they're two great names, and the fact that he was able to go out there, show some real crisp boxing, and also show us that he's a full-blown MMA fighter. He knows how to get submissions, but to get a submission like that, man, nobody was expecting Bobby Green to do that.
Who would have thought? Real quick, a couple of things from Ralph. Nice. I'm glad you guys got a diamond sponsorship, and many more should continue to sponsor the Barnhill Brothers pod. That's very kind of you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
You know, we have just a couple of sponsors. We try not to cloud the show up with a bunch of sponsorships. We want to keep the show about you guys and about the sport that we all love. But obviously, the sponsorships do help to pay the bills, and it's actually what's allowed us to get Chris to leave his day job. Nick and I haven't quite gotten there yet, but Chris has left his day job. He's editing full-time for us, and we're able to put out a lot more content because Nick and I just have to sit here and yap. Chris has to go do the real work and edit all this whenever we're done. So,
but if you've been here a while, you also know we only filmed 1 day a week for the first several years because we just simply didn't have the time. And now we're able to do 3 and 4 days a week of live streams and videos and all that stuff. So the more we can do, the better. And obviously this is a business at the end of the day. So we got to take the sponsors, but we're making sure They're strategic and the right people.
And ones that you guys would actually like, stuff that some of you guys train, stuff that you would actually use that we actually do use.
I'd love Venom.
Real quick, Jeremy Stevens has his gloves off, and he had him off before the announcement. So I think we're about to see a Jeremy Stevens retirement here.
I guess he wants to. It's like one of those things. You can't fire me if I quit.
Yeah.
Type business.
All right.
Joe Rogan is interviewing Bobby Green right now.
Joe saying he looked loose. He looked relaxed.
Take a walk. We never see anybody take a walk. He said, I'm one of the most exciting men to ever touch the canvas. Been at it for years. Joe Rogan.
Oh, he's saying he didn't get his bonus last time.
Well, I think that deserves a bonus. And they're kind of generous with the performances, even if there's better stuff tonight.
Well, everybody gets a bonus for the finish now, right? So he's going to get 25 at minimum.
But he does.
I feel like a Bobby Green submission's got to be on the short list for finish of the night.
At least worth $50K. And plus, he does own a strip club now, so he probably wants to make it rain.
Yeah, he needs that 25K to make it rain,
to pay all of his employees.
Real quick, love watching your content, boys. Keep it up. From Garb. Is it Garbamu Buck 2070? I'm sorry, I'm so bad with reading these, man. But thank you so much. We appreciate it. Ryan Dotson, the production quality is amazing. Chris is killing it. Yes, he is. I agree.
Appreciate that, brother.
And shout out I saw you come through just a few minutes ago when we were calling the fight. Imbredimov. Hello, boys. It's 2:30 a.m. in Europe. Let's go. Let's go.
Goated fan, not only for waking up that late, but also the name.
DDP
Hilarious.
in the building. Look at that.
Oh, man. The worst haircut at the White House press conference. Bo Nickel. Nothing but boos from the crowd. Oh, who is that?
Des Rocks. I don't know. You're the musician. You tell me.
That ain't a musician.
George
St. Pierre. I'm not impressed with your performance.
Okay, hold on. So let's start a rumor here, right?
Cole Hauser. Who are these people?
Come on now. Dutton Ranch?
Don't
Yellowstone? Come on, dude.
Is this girl named Dutton Ranch?
That's Rip.
Oh.
But okay, so
Dutton Ranch dressing.
A lot of people are Cole Hauser's name. A lot of people are saying that we're going to get a Conor McGregor announcement tonight. And a lot of people are saying that it's going to be Max Holloway. So I want to know what you guys think about that. So I'm going to say in the chat, I'm going to ask a question. Do we get a Conor announcement?
I think we get International Fight Week tonight for sure.
I think Conor thinks
tonight.
the winner of the main event.
Yeah. I think Conor is
yes.
He did say he wants either the winner of Sean and Hamzat or give him Islam.
Yeah.
So I like
he's not doing either of those. So
did you hear, by the way, Hamzat was like, if he wants to fight, brother, we're gonna make the fight, no problem.
Conor, yeah. Are you kidding me? Like that would be the biggest no-brainer business move for Hamzat of all time.
And I know he had a tough time making 185, but he would certainly cut that weight one last time if the opponent was Conor McGregor. Man. Okay, so here's Dutton Ranch. That's the new show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's Rip and Beth. And Beth Dutton was one of the daughters of John Dutton. And the only daughter of John Dutton. And Rip was his ranch hand, and they knew each other their entire lives, fell in love, got married. That's a great show. You should you got to dive into some Yellowstone.
Sounds like you know a thing or two about Paramount Plus.
I've been watching. Yeah, I was kind of excited because like all my shows that I watch with the wife are on Paramount Plus. So I was like, well, hell, I got the UFC on there too. I don't have to pay her.
I watch a lot of podcasts on YouTube, and then in my spare time when I've got no podcast to watch, I like to watch Drewski's Could Have Been Love. That is, and Drewski also his Could Have Been Records auditions. Do yourself a favor if you like just some absolute trash television. Watch Drewski's content. It is some of the funniest content on YouTube. Constantly. Yeah.
Ready to rip another one?
Let's do real quick. Let me get into a couple of these comments. So Roger, shout out, man. Thanks for coming over from the Discord. And by the way, if you guys are not on the Discord, the Barnhill Brothers Discord channel, we're growing over there. The conversation is great. I try to get in there and chat as much as I can. Roger said Bo Nickel's new shaven face and hairdo look like a Martin Short parody. Dude, I don't know what was up with that haircut. And it looks like he changed the color of his hair too, to me.
Yeah, or naturally the curtains must match the drapes because that is a rough color. And yeah, I guess we won't ever find that out.
Let's see. Yeah, I certainly hope I never find that out. Ryan Dotson, Max deserves another Connor fight. We deserve another segue from that comment that Nick just made. So.
I also think that while Dawkins deserves to be on the White House card, I like Dawkins, and he's going to gain a lot of fans, especially if he beats Bo Nickel. But after seeing the boos that came in for Bo Nickel, they really should have made that Colby Covington. And Colby would have been the only other guy besides Josh Hockett at the White House press conference that would have done anything entertaining. And yeah, I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts in the chat about the White House presser. For me, I'm glad we saw it, but everybody's performance sort of fell flat. Half the people up there that we usually want to hear from didn't get even one question. And while nobody was willing to really say anything cool or clip-worthy or go viral, Josh Hockett decided to go, you know what, let me put this entire stage on my back. This is the biggest fight card of all time, a one-of-one type of event, and nobody is actually trying to move the needle. Not even the biggest stars in the world like Poatan or Ilia Topuria. And at the end of the day, somebody's got to be the one to go viral. Josh Hockett did it. Love him or hate him, he did what everybody else wasn't willing to do, which was ruffle feathers, get out there and get that card heard about.
And I'm going to chama on yo mama was the funniest thing I've heard at a press conference
line of the year
in a long time.
And I don't buy a lot of merch from anybody, right? You don't see me online. I don't do online shopping. If he puts out,
he really does. Nick's a 75-year-old man trapped in a 30-year-old man's body.
I live right down the road from a Marshalls and a TJ Maxx, and when I need clothes, that's where I go. I find a wheel and deal and steal, and I'll go find some shirts that look good. I got enough swag for the both of us, but yeah, I don't do a lot of online shopping. But if Josh Hockett does make a I'm gonna chama on your mama shirt,
those are gonna sell out.
Oh yeah, I'm buying one.
All right, let's rip real quick. Go. So you know him, you love him. You thought he might have been a title challenger at one point. It doesn't seem like that's going to be in the cards. Mr. Arnold Allen.
Oh, of the Almighty.
Arnold Almighty Allen. There we go.
I like Arnold Allen.
I'm a fan. He's a good striker.
Kicking somebody in the face. Giga Chikadze.
Here we go. I'm going to be dead honest with you guys, all 30 or so of you in the chat. I don't know who this next guy is. Ray Tsuruya. You know him?
Oh, is he like a mixed guy?
He's like an Asian-looking guy. Well,
I've seen him. Long hair. Yeah, okay. I've seen him, but I don't know.
Hold on. Is that Josh Van that looks like Josh Van that he's punching there?
It very well could be.
So he's a fly. Yeah, okay. So
all the more reason we wouldn't know he's a flyweight.
So he landed a good punch on Josh Van. We know that.
There you go.
So I don't think that one's going to break the bank as far as how much it's worth.
Quick comment: John Anik is looking sharp in that suit.
Yeah, that brown's a good look on Anik. So here we go. Torres Finney. I don't know. This is like a joke. I thought that.
Oh, I know Finney. Yeah. He's that.
No, he's good. But like you got the Khabibs and the O'Malley's and
I got the magic touch. That's why.
We need to get Nick to open more of these.
Damn right you do.
All right, and we got Max Blessed Holloway. There we go.
All right. There's nothing better than the best, and the best is blessed.
Max Blessed Holloway, Manifesting Moments. That one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice looking card there.
I like it. And with the BMF
kind of has that sheen with the BMF.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is a good one. Here we go.
Who we got?
The former bantamweight and maybe one day again, who knows, bantamweight champion of the world, Merab Dvalishvili.
Okay.
And it's one of those, it's an X-Fractor.
X-Fractor Merab. Yeah. So that's
I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but looks pretty cool on my end. And we got Malcolm Wellmaker.
Okay,
there we go.
I'd rather an Ethan Ewing, but Malcolm Wellmaker being from Augusta, Georgia, that's pretty cool. Hey, Dotson, if you're in the chat, you must love Wellmaker, right? He's a Georgia boy like us. Pretty cool dude, and he's got some pretty good skills to pay the bills.
Esteban Ribovic.
All right.
Fan of this guy.
I've cut weight with that dude, and I've seen him dog through a very difficult weight cut at the UFC PI. So shout out Esteban. I'll always be a fan of him.
And shout out to the gentleman that got himself back in the win column tonight, Mr. Roman Kopylov.
Let's go.
Let's go. Shout out to Roman Kopylov.
He ruined my parlay, but you know what? So did Jim Miller. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh, you went against the vet, the grizzled vet, and Jim Miller.
I went against him.
All right, I want to get to some of these comments. We got 37 in the chat right now on YouTube. I'm kind of trying to go back and forth to the other streams, but YouTube's where most of the chatter happens, so that's where I'm staying. So let's see here.
And while you go through the chat real quick, I'm just saying they're clearly putting Chris Weidman in the Hall of Fame. That's what they're showing right now. A ton of B-roll of his championship reign, his road to the title, his wins over Anderson Silva, all of that. Chris Weidman, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
And well-deserved.
100%.
Let's see here. So Ralph says, rumors are McGregor is returning in the summer, late summer. Not sure how accurate that is. Whoa. That would mean 330, but I think we're looking at 330 that's all but been announced that's going to be Makhachev versus Gary. So, is that the September card then? Is that 331?
That'd be the fall, sir.
Not necessarily. I think that there's still a couple of weeks. What is it, Labor Day that ends in summer?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. So,
and needless to say, in Houston, it will still feel like
I was about to say, I don't know what city you're living in, but September still feels like summer here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ralph also said, I think if they're going to make a McGregor announcement, it will probably be on the Freedom White House card, but wouldn't be surprised if they do it tonight. Agreed, but they need to announce 329 tonight because in recent memory, I can't remember a time where one numbered event ended and we didn't know what the next numbered event was. And so if tonight comes and goes and we don't hear what 329 is, then that will, Nick, can you remember offhand a time where we didn't know what the next numbered event was at the end of one numbered event?
No, I can't. And also this card is really doing numbers. There's a lot of eyeballs on this 328 card. As a fan, I'd love to see it happen on International Fight Week. If we don't get the Philly card, but we know Islam's likely headlining the Philly card. I don't see him getting the Islam fight, and I don't see him being a co-main event. So the only other thing I would say is the UFC has done this one time, and it's for Conor McGregor, and that is made a card that didn't exist on the schedule, a numbered event, and then stuck another one in. Remember that a few years ago?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you know what? So my blue and gold socks made a great point.
Okay.
Because I keep forgetting that the White House is not, I'm thinking 328 to 329. Technically, the White House is not a numbered event. Yeah. But it is the next, we do know the full lineup of the next major event.
Yeah.
So maybe they will wait till the White House to announce 329. We may not get a big announcement tonight.
Well, imagine Conor McGregor being the guy that gets announced at the White House. I mean, that's the best thing you can get if you're not on the card, right? To get
announced there, yeah.
A B-roll, and then maybe they'll let him get in the cage and probably rip a little promo. God knows the UFC fans need something out of the Mystic Mac.
Yeah. Alexandria says McGregor potential UFC 329. I think that's still in play. I definitely think that's still in play. Ralph also says, crazy how we just literally talked about this, Ralph. Crazy how O'Malley and Diego didn't get one question. Also, Dana announced and confirmed Arman is the backup fighter for Taira versus Gaethje.
Damn right.
Presser overall was funny. Oop, I lost it there for a second.
But here's my thing about the presser.
LOL Hokit. Yeah.
Yeah. Hokit stole the show. And if it weren't for him, then we would have gotten absolutely nothing. Even the greats like Derek Lewis, who are notoriously great on the microphone, really didn't go that hard.
Yeah.
And everybody was really respectful. There was no beef. And while that's fine on any other presser, when you have Sean Strickland and Hamzat the night before, our expectations go through the roof. And you can't have a card that's supposed to be the biggest sporting event of all time, the biggest fight event the UFC's ever put on. You can't have that go on and get 10x the views from the night before when Strickland and Hamzat are out there just spitting flames at each other. So I think Hokit really did do something important, and every single fighter on that stage should be thanking him.
So interesting here. Jay Kendo,
let's go.
WTF is this line movement, Buckley line movement going the other way now. Yeah, I don't have all of that open. So what are the odds showing now for Buckley versus Brady? Would be really interested to know.
Because Brady was the favorite, then he moved to the underdog, and now he's back to the favorite again, supposedly.
That's what I take from that comment, but I don't see the odds. I would have to click off the screen.
Speak of the man himself, there's Buckley right now getting warmed up. I'm sure this is delayed because he's about to make his walk, so I don't think he's stretching out and warming up in the back. He's probably about to make his walk. there's so much around this, and people were actually saying online they think this fight could get pulled from the card because when you see weird lines like that, you don't know if there's some funny business going on. Obviously, we've seen in the past, year and a half, some weird stuff take place with insider knowledge and
with bet scandals.
Yeah, with scandals to the highest level, getting coaches put into federal effing prison, as Dana White likes to refer to it as. So I was worried about it for a second. I'm actually breathing a sigh of relief knowing that it's likely just a broken nose and not a fixed result.
I have to tell you, shout out to Tommy P on X. I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but I put on X who had King Green by sub on their bingo card. And this guy produced a receipt, a $100 wager
to win what?
And he won $1,000.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Mr. Tommy P. But to be honest, I'm surprised it was that low, if I'm being real.
Yeah, you should have gotten 10 bands, brother.
So in Bredimov, the UFC won't announce the Conor at the UFC White House. It's too close to the date of the International Fight Week. They need to have a promo and tickets all in a few weeks. UFC won't do that. That is true. They are pressed for time if they do that. And then Ryan Dotson on Malcolm Wellmaker, I assume. His last performance was pretty disappointing, but I'll always pull for a Georgia boy. There we go. We go.
Damn Skippy.
Oh, that was a Malcolm Wellmaker refractor. Have you looked up any of these, Chris, to see if we got any?
Yeah, there's no value known.
Okay. I need to figure out. So I think there's a way that you can on collectibles, like scan the cards into your collection. So we probably should do that. But let's see here. That. So interesting, 22 votes in the poll.
Okay.
Will we get a Conor announcement tonight? 64% of you think yes. 36 think no. Very interesting. So we're leaning towards a Conor announcement, according to our chat at least.
But also, I haven't seen Conor actually posting. I have a feeling when they make a Conor announcement, he's going to be in the arena. And one thing about all the UFC fighters, you see it every time they set up a show. If there's an arena full of people, they usually got a star-studded group of fighters out there. Conor's never at any of the events. He's usually promoting a BKFC, or he's off on a boat somewhere, or he's doing something else, getting one of his businesses popping off. If I can bet you Conor McGregor will be at the White House card. So I think whoever said that in the chat a minute ago, I think you're right.
So then that would mean he's probably, and I also agree with the person who said that he will not. It's hard to announce a Conor fight with only a couple weeks promotion. So if they don't announce something for Conor tonight and they wait till the White House, then I think probably they will announce him at the White House. However, it would probably be that 331.
Yeah.
If Islam is going to be 330, I can't imagine a world where it's Islam versus Conor, but I honestly, these days it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. But I think it would be, if it's not 329, it's probably 331 if we're seeing Conor this summer.
But Islam would also take a
shout out Joey, by the way. I see you pop in the chat now. Jim Miller is amazing. I agree. 42 years old. Jim's a good handful of years older than me, and yeah, it's damn impressive.
And doesn't he have like the most wins and potentially the most finishes or something like that? I'm pretty sure he's still like riding both of those records. So
he said he wants to fight at UFC 400.
I think he should get that. He should get that. And okay, it's only
let's think about that for a second. So
328. So
there's 12. Was it 12 numbered events a year usually? So we're 328.
He'll be about 45, 46.
How many? No. It would be more than that. So 12. So let me just do some math here because I'm on camera and I suck at math. So 400 minus 328.
I got a shout out.
Is 72, and then you divide 72.
Moneyball, shout out Moneyball. Let's go. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you joining in, and we look forward to getting you locked in with us someday soon. We'll chat some fights, get on some sort of stream together. I think that'd be a good time. And also, by the way, I went and looked at some of the videos on your channel. You're crushing it. I think your content's amazing. You seem to know what you're talking about, and yeah, sky's the limit. Keep working.
Shout out to Moneyball MMA. Yeah, we had a chance to chat on the phone. The one thing I love, and there's a lot of people in this business that want to just make videos for clicks and whatnot. But Moneyball really wants to learn the sport, wants to learn the craft, dive deep on the fighters. When she interviewed Drew Dober, she did a fantastic job. She did many, many hours of research before that interview. So I always love somebody who wants to respect the game and really dive deep into the craft of what we do as content creators and not just be shock factor clickbaity. And not saying that there's anything wrong with those creators, but I have a special affinity for ones that truly love the sport and want to dive in. So Moneyball, you're one of those. You're a real one. And thank you for the generous donation.
And kudos for the Tim Welch. I'm pretty sure Tim Welch was one of the most
Welch interview,
recent interviews. Good job on that. But yeah, I think you're crushing the game. So keep it up. And look forward to doing some stuff with you very soon. Also, Moneyball, you know the sport. Even though you might not say you're as experienced as some of the other people that are commenting on the fights, let's hear your predictions. I'd love to hear who you think's winning the main, co-main, feature, and everything else left on this card. And guys, go follow Moneyball. She's actually very solid. I think you'll appreciate the videos. She puts a lot of time and effort into it. The set looks great. As you can tell, we love a good set design, and hers is good.
Yeah, one of these days we'll get one of the Future Grade. By the way, it's this cool company that reached out to me on Instagram. But they let's just put it very, very bluntly. They are a little bit out of our price range at the moment. They developed Pat McAfee's set, and they were courteous enough to take 30 minutes on a Zoom with us and show us some renderings of what they could do for the Barnhill Brothers set and what capabilities it would have from a live streaming perspective, from a multi-cam. I mean, I can't even get into it because I'm not that much of a techie guy, but suffice it to say, when the money is right for the Barnhill Brothers, we will always be investing into the show and making it better.
And from one Texan to another, Moneyball, I know you're a little bit up the way in Dallas, but H-Town, you know this type of cup. What a burger. That was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. One meal. I'm on that OMAD right now. I'm not actually, but unintentionally, I had one meal today, and that will be my only meal today.
There we go. Shout out Astral K. Just subscribe to Moneyball's channel.
Let's
go.
Stuff.
Good stuff.
Everybody go run it up.
You'll love the content. Let's see. Joey wants to know Jim Miller versus Dariush. Oof.
Have they not fought already?
Yeah, I was about to say it's been both those guys have been around so long. It's hard to imagine they haven't. But no, they haven't. And
perfect next fight.
Yeah, I mean,
no, Benny did lose his last one roughly. So Jim Miller, if he won, maybe Jared Gordon versus
that
Beneil
actually is not a
Dariush.
horrible. It's not. I don't hate that at all. Actually,
no. And all right. So by the way, guys, tail of the tape for the welterweight bout next. Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley. Buckley, absolute athletic freak, and Sean Brady, some of the best tattoos in the entire UFC. Celtic cross right there in the center. Whole bunch of Japanese traditional artwork all around it, and huge back piece to set the tone.
Let's go.
Bruce Buffer's on the mic. He's got a hot mic, and he's about to introduce fighting out of the blue corner, Joaquin Buckley.
All right, in the Connor poll, enough of that. And now who wins? If I could type,
Joaquin. It's crazy his name's Joaquin, because I would say Joaquin, just is what it actually reads, but.
Yeah. I think that every time I type his name for something.
You should go by Buckshot.
All right. In the chat now, guys. So who wins this welterweight clash, Brady or Buckley? Let's go. 3 votes, all for Brady so far. Brady getting announced. We'll get this time clock going here in a second, guys. And we will stop yapping and actually try to call some technical aspects of the fight. Yeah, that back piece is tough, man.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. He put some hours into it. And look at the legs. Legs are just fully inked up. He might have been in the Yakuza.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't mean to cut you off, but I was listening to Joe Rogan. He was talking about being in with Dan Hardy. Great podcast.
Was that a good episode?
Great eepisode. If you love like vintage UFC talk, also like deep dives on MMA and UFC, the underworkings, the soft white underbelly of the UFC. It's a great episode. But they were talking about how Dan Hardy was having to fight in Japan one time and cutting weight. He tried to go to a sauna. They wouldn't allow him in because he had tattoos. And then Joe Rogan's like, oh, yeah, I couldn't go into a sauna either because of my tattoos. Do you have a Yakuza sauna facility that I can go use? So
no kidding. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys. We got the times going on now.
4:57.
Coming out hot, both guys.
4:55, 4:54 of round 1. Buckley and Brady not wasting a single second of time.
I think we're going to see Sean Brady try to ease his way, just to use the striking and the boxing as a means to an end to ease his way in and get that takedown.
Yeah.
Buckley's dangerous on the feet. He's got a lot of power. One of the things that we talked about leading up to this fight was that Joaquin Buckley is very powerful when he connects, but he connects at a very low percentage on his significant strikes. And that's because he really winds up. And I think he can expose his back when he winds up on those big hooks, which will allow Sean Brady to kind of get those entries and the looks that he needs in a safe way and get Buckley down. But if he doesn't have a lot of success getting Buckley down, I could see him getting caught. So Sean's in on an underhook there.
Buckley's so athletic and so strong that you're not going to get a good grip of him while he's fresh like this and able to move. You really got to change some high-level techniques and chain wrestling together to get him down. So far, good on the takedown defense for Buckley.
Beautiful.
And look, the threat of the takedown is usually enough to get some sort of offensive striking landing. Think about Khabib. He was showing the takedown to Conor so much, he ended up landing the biggest punch of that fight. Sean Brady has landed a couple of clean punches just after changing levels, level change feint, and shoots right up. And there's usually something to score, because when somebody drops down and tries to match your level, they're also going to drop their hands to try to get a double under or get their positioning ready to defend the takedown. Sean Brady looking good early on. And also, I don't see any issues with him. I can't tell if his nose is broken, right? It doesn't look broken.
His nose looks like his nose always looks.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Beautiful takedown there by Brady. Now let's see, but because you said his Buckley's so explosive and strong, he's, what he makes up for, or what he doesn't have necessarily in technical prowess on the bottom position on the ground, he makes up for in just being extraordinarily difficult to hold down because of his speed, athleticism, and explosiveness.
Yeah, but Brady, this is actually the place you can take an athlete and they'll have the least amount of answers. Flat on your back, and of course, turn their head.
The crossface.
Crossface. If anytime you can manipulate the spine, you have absolutely taken away their ability to move. And having your back flat on the mat is not a good place for an athlete who thrives with explosive movement and tons of momentum and movement.
So we got about 2 minutes and 22 seconds to work here for Sean Brady.
He's found a good spot from that half guard to find some strikes. Obviously looking to advance position.
I think he's moved to full mount. Yeah,
he's in mount. Buckley's head is all the way up flush against the cage. Tough spot to be in because he's not going to be able to bridge anywhere. And even if he does, Brady can even base his head onto the fence.
It's looking really good for Sean Brady.
Brady's looking to make a statement here. First round finish through TKO strikes is what I'm thinking is about to happen.
Brady.
You see the explosiveness now that Buckley's back is no longer on the ground. Now he's able to scramble a little bit, right?
But I love the position over submission and over everything for Sean Brady. He's adjusting and really taking his time and not selling out for the sub or the big strike. He's landing big strikes, but only when his position's right.
Hey, I had to defend my case strong for Brady all week in the comment sections. Y'all know we're always in the comments of all the apps, making sure we're interacting with the community, because without you guys, we don't grow. And everybody's like, man, you're crazy for picking Brady. Half the other people are like, dude, yes, you're seeing this exactly right. I just want to say, Sean Brady is absolutely one of the highest level guys at 170, period, end of story. And we're talking about the deepest division in the UFC right now.
He's number 6, and he's handling number 9 right now.
His grappling skills are so high level. Now, we got some great strikers. And while I'm not trying to say he would beat Islam Makhachev or just run through the other top guys like Michael Morales. We saw how that went. We saw, Carlos Prates looked like $1 million, but to be able to take an athlete as strong as Buckley and as skilled as Buckley to the ground with such ease, he looks sharp on the feet. He's transitioning from position to position effortlessly. There's no answers for Buckley, and he is about to get exhausted because he really is expending a lot of energy down there at the bottom right now.
I love Sean's top pressure adjustments.
Yeah. Remember, like you said in the video we made leading up to this, the predictions, he beat Craig Jones in a grappling match.
Yeah. I don't think many people really fully understand how impressive that actually is. But
Craig Jones is the second best grappler in the world behind Gordon Ryan.
I mean, probably not anymore, but at one point in time, and this was several years ago, he was very dominant round for for Sean Brady.
It was right there on the cusp of a 10-8, but it's not a 10-8.
No, that was 10-9.
Yeah.
That was 10-9, but it was a dominant round, no less.
Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to fill this coffee up.
There you go. Hey, can you get me one as well?
Yeah.
This is I'm going to pay for this one tomorrow, but this is all for you guys. I got to stay on point here having a coffee at 9 o'clock at night. We have 3 Whataburgers here in Orange, Texas. Shout out to Orange, Texas. Michael Morales, 8945. You know, Orange, Texas, Oshaki Foster, a professional boxer, world champion, really good friend of the show. He's been on our show before. He's from Orange. It's the first and only time I've ever heard of it because I'm not from here. So really, really cool. And shout out to you.
Chris, I'll get you one too if you want.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
So we got a beautiful round for money, or beautiful round for Sean by Moneyball. Yeah, beautiful round for Moneyball. Yeah, I totally agree. That was dominant as a 10-9 can be. I don't think it was
100%.
quite to the level of a 10-8, like Nick said.
No, I don't think it was a 10-8, but that was as close to a 10-8 before it can actually get there.
No, it was as you said that
Yeah,
it wasn't a 10-8, but here we go. Round number 2, guys. We got the clock going. Joaquin looking, see, that's what I'm talking about with Joaquin, how he swings wild like that.
Yeah.
He's going to get himself taken down again.
You pointed out leading into this that he has a 37% striking accuracy. All right. We got Brady right back in the groove, taking him to the ground. Be on the lookout for a submission here. You see that?
Let me tell you something. It's probably unlikely, right? It's probably very unlikely. And I mean, Joaquin Buckley may get back up and win this fight by knockout, right? But stylistically speaking, I would love to see Brady versus
Look at what
Makhachev.
Aaron Bronstetter said. 10-9 round on the cusp of being a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
Dude knows ball. Just
Yeah.
like me.
Tell me you wouldn't love to see Sean Brady versus Islam Makhachev just from a stylistic standpoint. Because I'd love to see, I mean, Islam, obviously, he takes people down, he holds them down, and he dominates them.
Yep.
But do you think that Sean Brady could give Islam some trouble holding him down?
So obviously look at his back, just for even with the tattoos, which kills definition, right? You can't see the muscles. He's still a unit of a guy. So obviously if it gets to the ground, it would make for interesting situations. But remember, Islam doesn't just use jiu-jitsu. He doesn't just use, wrestling. He really mixes the martial arts well.
Yeah.
He throws great strikes to set up submissions. And when the submissions aren't there, he'll start to threaten them just to open up more ground and pound. So while, yes, I think stylistically he could be one of the harder matches at 170 for Islam, I don't think he's the toughest matchup for Islam.
No, I don't think. I would pick Islam to win that fight transparently, but stylistically, I would love to see it. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
He's really hunting for these Kimuras and these Americanas, but I love his positional dominance. Look at the feet clasp.
Beautiful.
He's got real control of Joaquin Buckley, who is not an easy guy to control.
And those leg tats are well done. Shout out to his tattoo artist.
Buckley looking to break those.
Beautiful technique from Buckley. That was very nice. But yep, there you
Right
go. There's
back.
your chain wrestling. Be on the lookout on the main event too. That's what Hamzat's going to be looking to do.
Buckley's just swinging for the fences. He knows he needs a knockout here. Beautiful timing by Sean Brady.
Brady takes the momentum Buckley gave him and then goes in that direction. Think about it like that. Anytime you're trying to understand how somebody can deal with that much pressure, it's the judo mentality. If somebody's running at you, don't try to stop them. Go with them and then follow them down. You'll wind up in the dominant position. This is beautiful.
We got 40 plus in the chat on YouTube. Shout out everybody. A few people just came through. Based Volkanovski Enjoyer. Love the name again. I said that last time, but I love the name.
Based AF.
Shout out to you. That is Based. Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful round again by Sean Brady.
You think we get Diego Lopez 3?
Yeah.
Just kidding. We definitely don't want that. Yeah, I mean, Sean Brady, it doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat right now.
No, Sean Brady's doing what he does best.
Yep. And remember we were saying leading into the fight, like it felt like he kind of lost his way a little while ago. And obviously the Morales fight didn't go his way. But now he's like back to vintage, like, all right, I'm just going to get to where I can totally exploit these guys and take them to the deepest waters with my best skill set. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. If I were him,
he has hands. And so I think he kind of made that mistake of thinking he can knock people out. But this is where his bread is buttered.
Falling in love with his hands. And also there's a couple things I would switch with this ground and pound. Like instead of the volume, start to slice it through a little bit stronger. Put a little bit more effort into one or two of those. Put your hand down in front of Buckley and really start to rain down something serious. That will kill Buckley's confidence and make him turn into a more just defensively shelled up fighter. Right now he's moving a lot, right? But if you can land if
a few elbows those, right down the middle.
There you go. Just as you say.
I said it, he throws it.
And by the way, guys, we're 45 seconds remaining in the second. 44, 43, 42, 41. We are in the second round, but it's coming to an end. Make sure you're keeping up with us on the live feed.
Oh, nice elbow!
I can't wait to get back into the comments of all the people that said I was crazy for picking Brady.
You're all here for me.
Nick's gonna be salty in the comments later.
Oh yeah, my energy in the comment section changed after Josh Hokett's performance last night. I was being nice and cordial with everybody, and then I'm just going hard.
Nick turned on his inner Hokett.
Yeah.
Now, this is total domination. All right, round over.
Beautiful elbow.
Again, this was you're right there on the cusp of a 10-8, but I wouldn't say 10-8. Joaquin's slow to get up. He's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
We got one more big flurry out of Joaquin early in the round. He's gonna look to take Brady's head off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really his only shot here. Very unlikely. Likely we see another repeat of what happened because it's only going to get easier for Brady now. The speed and the power. A lot of people talk about the sweat, it makes it harder. That is true, but when somebody's exhausted and they're 70% of what they normally are, even with the sweat, it's still more than shakes out that it's a better proposition.
For sure. Total strikes 150 to 12. Buckley has landed 12 and attempted 33, and half of those were from the ground. So 150 landed for Brady. He definitely took a page out of Aljamain Sterling's book whenever Aljo fought in his last one against Yusuf Zalal. Remember the active ground and pound from the top positions. Now, he didn't do it from the back take, but he's sitting in guard in a very good position, arguably a harder position to maintain than the backpack.
Yeah.
You got a body triangle on somebody. There's really no getting out of that. But for him to be able to mount Buckley and not get bucked off is very impressive.
Yeah, Buckley's swinging big here. Okay, third round started, guys.
I will tell you this. Buckley needs to throw some straight punches. Everything loops around, and if he's finally starting to throw some singles, some ones and twos down the pipe, that is usually your best thing, because if you can't touch with your longest straight attacks, you're not going to touch with the shorter hooks and things like that.
Beautiful single by Sean Brady there.
And great awareness, too. His head movement's looking good. Beautiful timing on this.
And you see how he rolled right under that hook of Joaquin Buckley. That's what I was talking about in the buildup, Buckley's shots being telegraphed.
Yeah.
He swings for the fences, which is fine if you land it, but if not, you just put you in bad position to get taken down by a grappler.
Is this a foreshadowing for what we're going to see in the main event?
I mean, if my prediction's right, it's not going to go to the third round, but I think, I think we're going to see a lot of this. We'll get to these comments in a second, guys. I see them coming in, but we want to just call through the end of this round, and then we'll jump into the comments, and then we'll open up another pack of these tops cards. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a bathroom break after this, and Chris is the one that bought these cards, and he's the one that's dying to open them. So I'm going to let him take the captain's chair here for a second and bust one of these packs open.
And real quick, guys, just to let y'all know, we're going to be jumping in after this live stream. We're going to jump right into another live stream. We're going to reset, though. So don't leave.
But do leave, but hang around on YouTube.
But just refresh your YouTube channel and then come right back in, because we're going to do like a post UFC 328. It just works better for the algorithm, so bear with us. We're going to leave right after the Khamzat Chimaev Sean Strickland fight, and then come right back with our immediate reactions and thoughts following the entire card. So please tune in for that as well if it's not past your bedtime.
Yeah, a lot of people asked us to do live reactions, like stay on and do live reactions after the fight. And so we were like, we did that, a couple of weeks ago, which was fun. But everybody was like, man, your live reaction was 3 hours into the live stream, because we sit here and call the fights.
Right.
And so we decided it might be better, because once you're done with a live stream, YouTube posts it as a video. Not many people go back and watch a 3 hour live. Like, this is more of like a hang. These don't do many views after the stream is over. Right. But when we cut the stream and then we go live again, on an immediate recap where we just give our immediate thoughts, hopefully those videos will do a little bit better, and you guys it'll be easier for you to find our post-fight thoughts. You don't have to sieve through 3.5 hours worth of a live stream.
And I just poked my head into the live chat. Ryan Dotson said Brady's gas tank is incredible. And then I just learned something, which I totally agree with, by the way. But I just learned something else. Michael Morales is in the chat. And Michael Morales lives in Louisiana.
No, Orange, Texas. Same shout out, Shock Foster, home of Shocky Foster.
He's been an alumni of the podcast and a good friend that trains at my same gym, world champion. So I see him all the time. He's locked and loaded for his next.
The best boxer I've ever seen live in person spar somebody.
Yeah,
the most cerebral, talented boxer I've ever seen in a gym setting live.
Yep, 100.
All right, Sean Brady, and I've seen a lot of really good people. Sean Brady.
You watched me spar Regis Prograis.
I did, yeah.
Back in that time was his prime.
I've watched Shock spar Regis Prograis.
Yeah, great rounds. That's like pay-per-view stuff we get to see.
I know, I got to see that in person. That was pretty cool. We're very fortunate in that regard.
Chris was showing me a guy who like does cards on UFC cards and stuff like that. He was showing me a video, and they did that pop-up in Houston last time there was a Houston event. And Jamal Hill, Kevin Holland, Adrian Yanez, and somebody else were all like training. The dude walked out of Main Street and he goes, "God, that place stinks."
It does.
Yeah, I guess I'm just desensitized to it.
Man, this is real dominance. Joe Rogan just took the words out of my mouth.
And this is such a good example of having a game plan, sticking to it, because not only is he just taking the fight to the ground, he's taking him to a specific area of the mat, head towards the cage, and getting to mount.
Yep.
That was his game plan.
89 strikes round 2, 81 so far. He could make 100 shots in this, 100 landed strikes in this round.
Yep, and it's one of those ones where Brady
look, he's not putting his fingers. He's doing nothing to get the ref to interrupt this. Sean Brady is as good from the top position as anybody in welterweight.
Incredible. Yeah, I mean, this is some guys are just so tough and they know how to defend well enough from that position. But Brady just throwing it on. This is as dominant as a finish.
All right, let's go.
Wow.
Good performance. All right, so real quick, jump into the comments here.
Did I nail that one? That was a prediction I nailed, right? Brady by decision.
Yeah, we both had Brady. I think I did call sub, in fairness, so your prediction was better than mine. Michael Morales. Oh, wow, I didn't know y'all were from Houston. Yeah. You're right there by the Louisiana border. It's, right up the road, man. We're H-Town guys. I was born in Savannah, Georgia, but represent Houston now.
Yep.
So Mag 1C Man 69, I'm a fan now. Beautiful call on Brady. Thank you, my friend, and thank you for joining the live chat. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Joey said Usman would pretty much be the only fight that makes sense for Brady now. 170 is too stacked right now. They won't make Prates versus Brady right now. Agree across the board.
Yeah,
that you're right about that. They're not going to jeopardize Prates or Morales unless they're putting them against each other, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, and I hear there's rumbles that Michael Morales might get Usman. There's also rumbles that DDP might get Usman. But Sean Brady should be in that mix of the short list of guys that Usman would come back against. And he might be incentivized because he helped Joaquin Buckley. He said, I gave Buckley the answers on how to beat Brady. Turns out he didn't. He gave him the wrong cheat sheet.
Gave him the wrong answers. Yeah. So let's see, JL, not to be rude, but I'm glad we got guys like Morales and Prates there to knock Brady back into his place. Horrible. You didn't like the grappling, Jay. I hear you, but it was at least one where he landed a lot of strikes. It wasn't a lay and pray. It wasn't kill the clock, in my opinion. It was a dominant performance where he did land several hundred strikes.
And anytime, by the way, let me just say this. Anytime you hate somebody's grappling and you say that that's not entertaining, totally your opinion's valid, but then just next weekend go watch a boxing event. Watch how boring just pure striking also can be.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Go look at Johnny Walker versus Dominic Reyes that happened the other day. That was far more boring than this fight. And also, if you do train grappling, you understand exactly how difficult what Sean Brady just did is. So, put a little respect on his name, but I get that you don't like it. I would rather see a KO as well.
For sure. Our base Volkanovski enjoyer, what is next for Buckley after 2 completely dominated performances in a row? Probably somebody top 10 to top 15. I don't think that
Euros medic.
Euros Medic, I think, would clean Buckley up. That guy, you talk about exciting striking. My God, that Euros Medic is one of my dark horses for the most exciting, best people at welterweight. I think he could give somebody even like a Carlos Prates. Not saying he would win, but I think he could give Carlos a good fight.
Oh, that is the fight down the road.
Yeah.
Whether it's for a belt or not.
So, based Volkanovski, Enjoyer, what is next? Oh, I just read that one. Sorry.
Brady having
Siraj. What's up, Siraj? Thank you for coming back. What do you guys think? Amaslav should fight next. I don't know. He looked really good tonight. So somebody in the top, 7, 10, something like that for sure. Yeah, 30-25 on 2 judges' scorecards. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Totally fair.
Yeah.
Those 2 rounds were absolutely lopsided as can be.
Give Buckley, Leon, or Malott. Now, Mike Malott versus Buckley, that's not a bad idea at all, Jay. I actually really like that.
And it's
Leon,
somewhat winnable for Usman. Oh, yeah. Dean Thomas in the corner. Loud and proud, baby.
Yeah, not getting a finish there is a bad look. Firmly grasped. I get it. Yeah, I mean,
the Jersey Shore cast.
Here we go.
Attendance.
Look at him.
Oh,
that was Sammy's sweetheart, I believe. Yes, I thought she was MIA from the whole deal.
And Mike the Situation. How about Mike the Situation? By the way, he had a full turnaround 180 moment because he was hold on.
The former fighting nerd Mauricio Hufi.
Fuck the Jersey Shore crowd. There's Mauricio Rufi. And Secret Juice himself, Paulo Costa.
Is that who Rufi's with now? Because I know he left the fighting nerds.
Yeah, he did leave him. Oh, there's Diego Lopez. Not a single question asked at the presser, but
Oliveira.
Yeah, Charles Oliveira is not getting the pop he used to get, and that's largely due to his performance at the BMF. Nobody, even Max Holloway, thought he was going to go out there and do what he did. Dominant, but compare that Charles BMF performance to Sean Brady.
Hold on just a second. Ryan Dotson said Do Bronx versus Connor is confirmed. Where are you hearing that? Is that am I missing out on something here?
That makes me want to throw up.
Hold on, here we go. Oh no, this is the White House.
This is the White House.
All right, Chris, come jump in the seat here.
Okay, I gotta just turn this here.
All right, y'all. We're gonna have a fresh face in here just so he can rip a fresh pack. Welcome the third Barnhill brother to the set. He's in the room at all times when we're working, but he usually is behind the cameras doing all the hard work. He loves the cards. He knows more about the cards than we do. And he kind of turned us on to him. So show him some love. Drop some good stuff in the chat for Chris. He's the man with the plan, and he's always having a good time helping us grow this thing. He is the man behind the machine. Like in Wizard of Oz, they got the big face. He's the one doing all the hard work. So I'm the ugly face that the Oz carries. But Topps cards, let's get into it.
Let's rip them. I'm going to have to look over here every so often just make sure the live stream's still good.
All right, let's see if he can pull that one of one Pereira. Come on. You said Pereira could be in there?
Hopefully. It's in one of these packs that was given out.
Somebody's got it. If we do, we're going to run quickly and put it in a safe. And, so what they're showing right now is the White House stuff. So we've already seen those highlights many, many times. Taporia flatlining people. Let's get into this card pull.
Where we got starting off. Speaking of Joaquin Buckley, the last guy to do the same thing to him.
Kamaru Usman. There we go. Nice.
Okay.
What do we got?
I know the name, but I can't give you any stats on her. Carini Silva.
Okay, Carini Silva. Not the hottest card, but we'll take it.
Is that in the frame?
We'll take it for.
Show them in your frame.
Yeah. I'll show you guys the cards. You guys know her. You've seen her. You love her. Or you don't. It doesn't matter. She's there.
Arguably the best looking UFC fighter.
Ooh. Islam Dulatov. Now, if you don't know about Islam Dulatov, become aware. This guy's like a Versace model. Looks like $1 million, fights like $1 million, and is somebody to keep on your radar for sure.
We got the Global Warriors, Valentina.
Ooh, Global Warriors, in my opinion, the most dominant female champion. Amanda Nunes is the GOAT, but Valentina is for sure the most skilled female we've ever seen fight, and she's got her belt and her flag representing.
She's seen better days.
Macy Barber, the one that got finished in the worst way possible.
Knocked out and submitted in the same fight.
Knocked out, submitted. She got 2 losses that night, and I think she might have peed in her pants or something. But
Anything good so far?
Yeah, we got some good ones. You can check them out. I'm just letting Nick show the camera just to make sure it's fully in view.
Marcus McGee, not to be mistaken with Bobby McGee, the old Janis Joplin song. That's a great song. But this guy used to be a pro skateboarder, very athletic bantamweight, and that looks like a X-Fractor, right?
X-Fractor, yep. No need to show that one too long. Same one, just a regular base, not the X-Fractor.
Tom Aspinall based. He can see in this card.
And then no reason to show that one again, just the Macy Barber, not X-Fractor.
Well, Chris pulled a nice set, but yeah, a couple Macy Barbers. One for her knockout, one for her submission.
Yeah, there you go.
All in the same package.
That's it, guys. Thanks.
Hey, clap it up for Chris, y'all. Send him some love in the chat. Let him know. And all the hard work, the shorts you guys see, the long episodes, the thumbnails, every bit of what goes on this channel is credit to that man right over there. Also, shout out to Rovi. We have a great employee in Rovi. She is the absolute, we've got assistant of the best assistant we could possibly ask for. She's doing a lot of the hard work as well. If you're on Instagram, you're seeing all sorts of her content go up as well. Shout out Rovi.
Yeah, she's a beast. She's a beast. She is probably sleeping already at this point in time, but she is a monster editor, graphic designer. Let me get a load.
And we are more than grateful to have her. Thank you, Rovi.
Just peek over here every so often. I'm going to pee real quick.
Okay.
Oh, Valentina. Nice.
Yeah. Dulatov. I like Dulatov.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Steven's just going to give those a quick browse through. I'll kind of peep over here. We got 138 seconds of advertisement coming from the UFC.
Well, I will say, Nick, this is Moneyball. Nice work, Chris and Rovi. Yeah, shout out to them. Thank you. I tell you what, back in the day when it was just we were trying to figure out how to do all of this, and Chris wasn't working on it full time. Having an editor and an assistant and a graphic designer makes for, like, you can literally exponentially grow your channel. The problem is having the income coming into the hobby, which is what it is in the beginning, to be able to do those things. And we're very grateful that we're able to do that now. Yeah. So shout out to everybody, all of y'all. I mean, hell, it wouldn't be if it weren't y'all, then when we wouldn't be here.
And by the way, y'all, we are experiencing the most growth like we've ever had. We breezed past 17,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and now we're on our way to 18,000. Pretty soon we'll be hitting 20K. Also 35,000 on TikTok by the end of tonight. Mark my words. The most recent video is a boom rocket to the sky. Go watch it. If you're on TikTok, if you're young enough to have the app, please go check that out. And if you're not, the short form, that it all goes to YouTube as well. But we post a lot more stuff on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. So please check us out on those. It's very important that we grow on all platforms. We just want to give you guys the best content possible and keep improving the channel in every aspect. So please keep supporting. We appreciate it. Send this video out to your other fight fan friends that are in your friend group and whatnot. Shout out Kalshi commercial right here. The best place to place your predictions and buy and sell on things that you think may or may not happen in this world. Not just fighting, not just sports, but anything. You can find it there on Kalshi.
Literally everything. But let's jump into some of these comments.
Are we going to use this ever again?
What is that?
That's just an empty.
Yeah.
Okay. These nicotine pouches, they go.
Let me say real quick. There's a buyback program. So if we pull an Ilya or Justin, whoever wins that fight, you can take that card to your local card shop and they'll give you $20 for it.
Okay, good deal. So if we pull an Ilya or Justin, there's a buyback program apparently.
And not to pat my own back, but I did pull the best deck so far.
Yeah,
so
you've had the best so far.
You guys let that next deck come over to me.
Yeah.
Feminine.
Let's see. Okay, real quick, JL, whatever happened to Robelis to Spain?
He got clipped.
He went to karate combat and he's been knocking people senseless there, but he's actually fighting JDS, Junior Dos Santos, on the Netflix card, Rousey versus Carano. So unless something happened that I'm unaware of, but last time I checked, he was on that fight card.
Yeah, he's still on that card as far as I know. I didn't hear of any injuries. I love Junior Dos Santos. He was one of my favorite heavyweights back when we first really started
the Rocky Balboa theme song for the walkout. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, but I do hate his chances with Robelis because Robelis can finish anybody with one single shot. And at 47, 48 years old, whatever JDS is now, it's just too much too soon. And Robelis to Spain is going to be able to probably get the biggest win of his career and might set himself up for a prime spot to get the next Ngannou fight, which would obviously not go his way. But MVP doesn't have a whole lot of heavyweights. As a matter of fact, the guy fighting Francis Ngannou in Felipe Lins isn't even a heavyweight. So look for Robelis to Spain to make a big splash on that MVP
Let me
card.
just ask you, what makes you think that Robelis versus Francis would for sure not go Robelis' way? Because I feel like that fight is actually closer than many people would think.
Closer than Felipe Lins?
Yeah, by far.
I agree with that, but also, I think that Francis Ngannou is just more complete.
But
of a
Robelis
fighter.
is big like Francis. He can move like somebody much lighter. He would be way faster than Francis.
But
Francis would have to grapple him like he did Cyril Gane.
Right, he has less grappling than Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
Just chew on that for a second.
Yeah, but I mean, Francis has been boxing for how many years? When do you think is the last time Francis wrestled?
Yeah, they said it's been a few years, but he's back on the MMA mats. And Eric Nixick even said it's been so nice to have him kicking again, even though it hurts like hell when he kicks the pads. So
dude, shout out to the people that hold Eric Nixick's a big guy, but Bob Perez, who's our coach here in Houston, holds for Derek Lewis. I mean this literally. I don't mean this as hyperbole. He has had surgeries from holding pads for Derek.
I think 8 total throughout his career.
He's a real one.
52 years old, I'm pretty sure, and 8 surgeries from being a pad holder. It's a brutal way to make a living. Fighting is the most tough, brutal way to make a living. You're literally putting your body on the line, but the coaches that make a fraction of what these guys make are also putting their lives and body on the line every day in the gym. So
Did y'all actually
it's rough.
see Eric Nixick being super friendly with Hamzat?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I thought it was a little.
Base Volkanovski Enjoyer wants to know if we'll be watching the Netflix card on stream. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I don't know. Is it going to interfere with the fight night next week? Even if it does, that's going to be the one that we prioritize.
It's next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And
they need to sell those tickets.
Let's see here. Moneyball's got Waldo. Okay, so here's the deal.
Come on,
I put
Waldo.
it in the chat. Most of you are taking Volkov. Nick and I are both 2-0 so far. We both nailed every prediction. However, one of us is going to pull ahead here because I picked Volkov and he picked Salsa Boy.
Moneyball, you're riding with Waldo. Let's go.
No, but I got 67% of the chat with me.
That's
so.
okay. If we win, we're going to get some chips and salsa, boy.
Let's see.
It's on me. Come to Houston. We'll go get some salsa.
Let's see.
I don't know how to do the salsa, so I'll just eat the salsa.
There you go. Let's see. Duhu Choi versus Daniel Willie Cat Santos is a badass fight for next Saturday. I agree.
By the way, you see Tate the Cut Man. Very rarely does he get dwarfed by fighters, but Draco, Alexander Volkov, just dwarfed him. I heard that he's 6'9", had a hard time early in his career getting fights because when they see 6'9", 255, people were like, yeah, not taking that fight. So he dropped 2 inches and put 6'7".
Yeah, dude, he's taller than 6'7".
Yeah, and he couldn't really get away with anything less than 6'7". Imagine if he was like, I'm 6'4", and they're like, bullshit.
Yeah, no, sure you are, yeah. He
that's
looks
like
me Patty the Batty. I mean, down to the cornrows and everything.
Yeah, that's like me saying I'm 6 foot.
Patty Pimbletov. That's a GOAT comment there.
There you
Mac
go.
Hash.
Hey, yeah. And by the way, Salsa Boy, he's got the power. He's athletic. And look, Volkov, he's one of those guys I'd never really liked to pick against him. I've always thought he had the makings of a champion, but I worry that Salsa Boy is able to utilize speed, youth, and athleticism in this fight. And he's going to just get inside. And we all know that longer strikers are great in the long range, but if you can close the distance, you've eliminated all of their power, and now they're almost like T-Rexing their punches, and they don't have their kicks near as good. And heavyweights aren't as good with slicing elbows and slicing knees, sending them up the middle. They usually rely on kicks and long punches. So if Salsa Boy can get on the inside, he's going to make this very difficult for Volkov.
Yeah.
Let's see whose prediction's right, bro.
All right, here we go. One of us is going 3-0.
Come on.
Unless it's a draw.
He's from Foundation, Dominican Republic.
Fundacion. But yeah, okay, underdog is slight underdog for Cortes-Acosta.
Come on, dog.
So Abdul wants to know when the match of Hamzat versus Sean starts. 2 more, my friend. So there's going to be this one, and then the co-main event, and then we will have the main event.
And while I don't predict this one, Well, I did say decision, so we might see a full 15. I think you can take it to the bank that the co-main's probably going to go 25 minutes. And so you're looking at about an hour from now.
Yeah, I mean, if the co-main goes the full 25.
Yeah.
Tatsuro dislocates his arm in the
And
first.
then Tatsuro Taira could dislocate. All right, okay, here's the deal. If Josh Van makes Tatsuro Taira do the same thing, then I'll say, okay, Josh Van's got some sort of technique that is a super secret karate technique that dislocates people's arms.
Yeah, it's like those MMA, or not MMA instructors, those martial arts instructors. They're like, I could show you these techniques, but
it would kill you. So
they're far too dangerous. Hey, and from one badass back tattoo to the next, don't forget, Volkov has one of the cleanest back tattoos in the game also.
It's a cover-up.
And a cover, it was a stingray, wasn't it? It was like a tribal stingray.
Beltron in for the big boys here.
Tribal stingray before the money, and then he goes to Japan or gets a Japanese artist to really put some heat on his back.
All right. Ryan Dotson, Volkov should be on a 6-fight win streak. Robbery for Gun. I agree. I agree
with that too, but also Waldo. Where's Waldo? He's finding himself in the top of the division.
All right. We got number 4 versus number 2. Title implications here.
The speed.
I know there's a logjam at heavyweight, but things are about to get sorted. We're going to see Pereira versus Gon, and then we're going to see Tom fight the winner of that. But you got to think that the winner of this is in the running. But there again, you got a crazy MFer that has pocketed lines that's getting a lot of steam right now. If Hokett knocks out Derek Lewis, it could change things. But
and if you think Josh Hokett is coming into the division hot, just wait till Gable Steveson makes his debut, because that's going to be a guy that skyrockets to the top of the division and likely can beat all these guys in just a couple of fights and adjustments into the UFC. His skill set's real, his power's real, and his mentor's John Jones.
Let's see here. Okay, so far in this fight, and we are 4 minutes and 11 seconds if you want to lock in with where we are. Waldo has aggressed. He's been the aggressor. Volkov's fighting kind of not so much completely back against the cage, although he is a little bit now. Good inside and outside leg kicks for Volkov so far. Some jabs for Salsa Boy. He's trying to find his range to land that power. Nothing major of significance as far as the power is concerned for Waldo yet. I still think he's trying to find that range, but Volkov is doing a good job of circling, staying away from the power and landing these low kicks. What are you seeing so far, Nick?
So right now, Volkov is doing exactly what I thought, trying to keep the fight at kickboxing range. He's best when he can use his long punches, long kicks, and keep his opponents at bay. Waldo is definitely trying to close distance and get inside the boxing range, because he knows that's where Volkov will struggle with offensive attacks. Now, Volkov's defense is pretty sound, but the other thing that sticks out to me is the speed difference. The athleticism isn't really on display so much against Volkov right now, but the speed difference. You see just the difference in leg size even. Look at how big Volkov's legs look. We've got a difference in speed. And when Waldo does actually finally go, yes, you're going to see trouble. And that's where Volkov is going to find the trouble. Once he gets pressured, put back to the cage. And right now he's fighting this fight completely. He's completely fine with moving backwards, which works, but people can find your timing. You don't want to be spending your entire fight moving backwards and dodging the big shots, because every now and again you're going to zig when you should have zagged. And a guy like Cortez only needs one to really change the fight.
You know, it seems like so far Volkov has seen the big shots coming. He's done a good job of getting out of the way of them. And as you said, the size difference is real. Waldo looks like the frame of a light heavyweight. Now, he's more muscular, but if you look at his belly, you know, he's carrying some weight around.
Yeah, but he's also not a short guy. Think about this. We just said that Volkov is 6'9", and he's up to Volkov's eyebrow.
Yeah, but Volkov is kind of hunched. I think if they both stood straight up, you would see there's a pretty big gap in height here.
For sure. But I mean, he's not a small guy by any stretch.
No. Nice outside leg kicks by Volkov. Cortes-Acosta still looking for that big power shot. Volkov circling out.
Yeah.
Volkov's doing a really good job of circling to the weak hand.
Yeah. Yeah, he's staying at bay and forcing Waldo into a leg kick battle. And one thing I'll say is, while the leg kicks are going Volkov's way, you can tell that they're not doing that much damage to Waldo.
Nice jab there.
Beautiful
by
jab
Waldo.
to get inside. Again, you always have to look at the pressure. Pressure fighters come forward and they eventually start to catch you and put you in traps. If you're moving backwards constantly, your back gets a little closer to the cage. You're getting set up right now, and you might not see it coming, but there's some big shots on the way. It looks to me like when they get into these fire exchanges, Waldo is landing a little bit cleaner on the prime targets, but Volkov is able to chop the leg well.
We've got a bloody nose on the part of Volkov right now.
Yeah. And if you can, do enough damage to the wheels of a guy like Waldo, sure, these leg kicks are going to pay dividends later in the fight, but we also don't want to just focus on beautiful. See, switch stance comes right over the top of the hook. He's not having a hard time finding the head. Anytime you fight people way taller than you, it feels like you have to lunge forward to touch them in the face. But if you can get inside, you can actually land those shots pretty clean. The angle's a little bit different when you're fighting somebody so much taller, but like I said, Waldo is able to find his targets. And while I would probably give this round to Volkov, this was a close round. And the biggest shots, in my opinion, went to Waldo.
Yeah. Definitely more activity on the low kicks on the part of Volkov. Waldo landed the bigger shots.
And round one is in the books. So we got less than 59 seconds before we're back in action. So make sure you're catching up. If YouTube's played any ads for you, make sure you're catching up. Volkov, yeah, I think DC right there just said that he looks a little bit slow. I agree with that. I mean, he's managing range very well, but yeah, the speed difference. Oh, his ear is bleeding.
Oh, wow.
As long as it's not bleeding out of the ear and something on the outside of the ear is bleeding, then you're okay.
Yeah.
That's doc talk. Whenever our dad, who's a medical doctor, he goes, if your ear's bleeding, that's one thing. Maybe you get a little cartilage and it breaks up. Everybody in MMA's got cauliflower ears, but if it starts to leak out of the ear hole, you've got a major problem.
You've got a big problem.
The only exception is Trump's ear was bleeding from the outside. That wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. He took a serious shot in the ear.
All right, let's go. Here we go. Round two.
All right, back to the exact same thing. Waldo trying to pressure forward, close distance, and Volkov looking like he's going to try to move backwards and land these kicks.
Nice body kick for Volkov.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful overhand over the top for Waldo. Guys, we're at 4 minutes 43, 42, 41, 40 of round two.
All right, a little more active on the jab this time for Volkov. Looking for a takedown there, stuffed well by Waldo, and then an elbow on the exchange.
And if you're a Waldo fan, you like seeing Volkov going for a takedown. That means that he's felt the pressure. He doesn't really love it and wouldn't mind getting Waldo to the ground to zap some energy.
But the question is, can he get him down? Because we don't know how good Waldo will be if he's facing the bottom position like Joaquin Buckley was in the last fight.
Yeah, but remember Volkov. Oh, beautiful
big,
timing.
Well-timed overhand there by Waldo.
And the problem with
Volkov ate it well.
And the problem with spamming leg kicks and body kicks like Volkov's doing is fighters with a high fight IQ can catch the timing on that. They'll eat one leg shot just to land
that overhand,
a massive punch to one of the prime targets.
Nice body kick there by Volkov.
Yeah. Managing range quite well.
Yeah, I mean, Waldo is finding his target on some of these overhands and some of these big shots, but it's not, I wouldn't say he's landed more than 2 or 3 of them really well, you know.
I have a feeling my prediction might be off. Even if Waldo wins, I don't see him winning a decision. It feels like if this goes decision, Volkov may be able to edge it out.
You said decision, but then you said I changed my mind after hearing Steven's point. You said
you're right.
I was surprised that you said Waldo. I wasn't surprised you picked Waldo. I was surprised you picked him by decision.
Yeah,
because I like the consensus for me was like if Waldo's going to win, he's going to knock him out. Yeah, but hell, he could. This first round was close. I mean, you can definitely give that round to Waldo.
Yeah,
this round's still up for grabs,
and we haven't seen any. We've seen a lot of finishes. We haven't seen any bad judging, blatantly bad judging tonight, which is great. That is always something we love to see. And I think New Jersey was actually kind of known for some wonky judging.
Well, we're also with the old rules too. No 12-6 elbows, one hand down as a grounded opponent. So we're dealing with a different rule set tonight as well.
Yep.
All right.
That liver kick has been open for Volkov a lot. There you go.
Nice inside leg
Eat the
kick for
body
Volkov
up.
again.
Oh, big shot. It's
yeah,
right
Waldo
off the
really
track.
wants that overhand.
It's right off the track.
Waldo doing the
nice.
Max Holloway point
Come
down.
on. Yeah, he wants to fight Volkov. And anytime somebody, fighters, they have a mentality. These are guys that are the toughest dudes in the world. You don't want to get called out by somebody for saying, "Oh, I'm not."
Oh,
fighting.
beautiful.
Beautiful shot by
You think that was a
Volkov.
little rope-a-dope there by Waldo?
No,
or?
I think body language says that Waldo felt that one and his legs did the chicken dance.
That was a jab too. That shows you how strong and powerful these heavyweights are.
Yeah.
Nice body shot there.
Beautiful
1-2.
body
The
shot.
2 was to the body for Waldo. I think Volkov's pulling away with this round.
Yes, for sure. This round is better for Volkov than the first one.
Shout out almost 60 in the chat, by the way, guys. Thank you
go.
so much for being here. If you want to lock in, you can look at where we are on the time. If you're just joining us, you can put your video round 2, minute 28 seconds. That's where we are. That's where we're calling it from. So,
and if you're crazy enough to not already have subscribed, please subscribe.
it helps us out tremendously, and it's totally free.
There we go.
All right. So exchanging leg kicks here. Volkov is really opening up with a good jab in this round. I really like the jab and the leg kick work that he's doing.
Yep. And it's all set up.
Dead even on the strikes this round, 21-21.
Yep. Dead even is pretty solid, but Volkov had that big one. So,
Ooh, head kick for
beautiful
Volkov.
head
Nice
kick.
head kick.
Hey, Hokit versus Waldo would be a wild fight at some point.
That would be wild.
Because both of them want to stand and bang.
Nice
Beautiful
inside leg kick
combos.
for Volkov there.
We're approaching 35 seconds left in round 2, y'all. Nice kick from Waldo. Waldo's getting frustrated. Instead of trying to rope him, Volkov into standing, who's clearly not going to oblige, just you got to find a way to trap him. Don't chase him, trap him.
Waldo looking for those
Nice
big
shot.
shots upstairs with good defensive soundness by Volkov. But yeah, Volkov is a guy that's going to move. He's going to circle away from your power. He's going to move. It's going to be hard. He's constantly resetting. It's hard to land a big shot on Alexander Volkov. And you can see the clear frustration. This is not Derek Lewis that you're in there with. He's a guy who's going to move around. He's going to be elusive, and he's going to make it difficult. I give round 2 to Volkov. I have it 1-1. That jab was spectacular.
Yeah, this is a great fight.
Who do you guys have? I have it 1-1. JL says Waldo is taunting even though he's down. Yeah, I think more than taunting, I think he's trying to rope Volkov into fighting his fight because I think he realizes he might not be able to beat Volkov at the fight that he wants to fight. Thank you guys so much for the chat, by the way. We're
appreciate y'all
trying to keep up here. Call the fights in, keep up with it as well. We thank you all for being here. And again, for those of you that are just popping in, after the fights are over, we're going to end the stream, but we're not going to end the night. So if you want to hang out for just a few minutes, we're going to get another stream set up, and then we will do an immediate recap.
I just real quick, I want to say about UFC 6. The first fight they show as like how the game plan looks is Max versus Conor.
Yeah.
In the commercial.
Did you just see that?
Yeah. So Max versus Conor was the first fight that they showed in UFC 6. So
could be a little bit of foreshadowing.
Chris thinks a little bit of foreshadowing.
Little foreplay between Blessed and Mystic Mac.
Let's hope not. All right, round number 3. Here we go.
I don't know. You add a dumbbell into the equation, and we could be having ourselves some viral gold.
All right, here we go.
All right. All right, come on. We have seen Volkov win an entire fight and then lose in the final round, and that was against our Houston's own Derek Lewis. So
JL says Waldo isn't elite enough to beat the top level guys. Yet this is the test against the top level guys. He's a top 5 guy, number 2.
Basically, the guys who do beat Volkov wind up becoming the best in the division.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, and I think whoever it was, and maybe there's a couple people that commented that he beat Gane. I agree with that. I think but I also think he lost to Almeida, and he got gifted a favor. So it's like the judges give it, then the judges take it away. So whatever. But I still think he beat Cyril Gane.
The thing about 328 has been guys sticking to game plans, huh?
Yeah.
Whoever's controlling the fight is usually able to keep their game plan. And obviously Volkov. All right. We can't tell if that was an eye poke or not. Volkov said it was. Waldo said it was not. And Beltran says, I'm stepping in to give this man 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the clock stopped at 3 minutes 52 seconds for the eye poke. It looks
Can
like
we stop ours or no? Yeah.
I got too into it for a second.
Okay, Chris has stopped ours. We're going to be a little bit off.
I'm
About,
putting it back in the right time.
okay, never mind.
All right, Chris is they're back on now. So 351, 350, 48, 47,
Waldo's
46.
swinging big here. Waldo's looking for that finish now.
Big shots coming from Waldo.
Big overhands for Waldo. Waldo's going for the gusto. Nice jab there by Volkov. Good body kick by Volkov. Inside leg kick.
Financially, I need full comp.
5,
this guy
5,
on your
8,
combo?
9. Keep up the great works, Jen. Glad to see your channel have the much deserved growth. Thank you, my friend. It's because of people like y'all that we're growing. So appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Nothing better than watching fights with my brothers and hanging out with you guys. So this is
damn right.
This is about as good of a Saturday night as it gets for me.
Yep.
So let's see here. Not much going on right now. After that eye poke, Waldo came out real hot, slowed down a little bit. But I think Waldo's nice
shot.
body kick there followed up by a beautiful overhand by Waldo.
Snap Volkov's head back with that jab. All right, look, at this point, Waldo's just got to go for the kill shot. I don't think he can win on the scorecards because I think Volkov is up on the score.
I don't know. He may be taking this round
He
because
might.
I have it 1-1. I think this isn't anybody's fight. I think who wins this round wins the fight unless we see a knockout.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful uppercut. Uh-oh. Now Volkov's got him up against the cage, but see, Volkov is fine.
Volkov
with
needed
backwards.
to go there.
Yeah. He doesn't want to get roped into a fight with Waldo, but when you have a guy like Waldo up against the cage and there's nowhere for him to go except for left or right, he cannot go back.
Waldo looking for a takedown. That's unexpected.
Interesting. He needs to start throwing that fastball like he used to.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a pitcher, wasn't he?
Maybe a catcher.
Alexander Volkov looking for the double unders there. We got a break. 2 minutes to go here, guys. 2 minutes to go. This is still anybody's fight.
It's coming down to the wire, I think. Look, so Waldo's landed way more to the head, and Volkov has landed way more to the legs and body. But
which is evidence in the fact that we've got a busted face by Volkov and, some worn down legs for Costa.
yeah, for Volkov. Oh, good head movement right there. He's trying to throw and then get it off the center line quickly, Waldo is. Nice jab. All right, this round is getting close. See, Volkov's body language is not good.
Nice.
When you're walking backwards constantly and refusing to engage, eating up clock, that usually winds up going in the favor of the person applying pressure.
Yeah. All right, 1
man.
minute to go here. Still anybody's fight.
Oh, good jab from Volkov. Overhand, he's overthrowing that overhand, but if he can bring his legs with him, Waldo can have success with that backhand.
When I think about too, there's been more strikes to the head for Waldo. However, the person who was hurt and most close to being finished in this fight was Waldo.
Yeah.
Waldo looks like he's having a little.
But it happened in round 2. So that's a round for Volkov, but we know that.
Right.
Man, this is a close fight.
This is a very close. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we see a split decision here.
I think it's a good call that these guys are 2 and 4 in the division because the rankings show that these guys are very close to equal. All right, 10 seconds.
Here we go.
Oh, shit. I saw 18. I thought 10. Go. He's trying to have his Derek
Big
Lewis
strikes,
moment.
yeah.
Waldo's trying to have a Derek Lewis moment. Go for it. You got 5 seconds,
5,
brother.
4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
The body language, though, I don't know, man. This is a fight.
I don't know. Who won that fight?
Y'all drop it in the chat. Who won that fight?
Drop it in the chat while I get a computer charger.
Okay. Computers can't live forever, so give them that juice that they need. Volkov is exhausted, but it looks like just in the back frame of that shot that Waldo was also exhausted. So I'd love to hear who everybody thinks won that fight. Selfishly, I picked Waldo, so I hope Waldo. But then at the same time, Chris has a little combo on call sheet that I would love to see hit, and that means Volkov would need to get his hand raised. So I guess if I'm not being selfish, I want Volkov to win.
Is your phone charged?
Yeah, it's done. You're good.
I think Waldo too. I wasn't really paying that much attention, but I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go there. We shouldn't have to go there.
All right.
What's the chat saying?
Waldo, looks like everybody. Okay, so let me see here. Volkov. We got let me go back up here. All right.
Late
Probably
night
2-1 Costa starting on base. Volkanovski, enjoyer. Ryan Dotson between this fight and Blades Hokett, the heavyweight division looking good. Yeah, heavyweight's looking a little bit better right now.
Yep.
We got Rohan Roy got Volkov. Okay. Moneyball 2-1 for Waldo. It's tough to say. I give it to Waldo for Walter Maloney. Stephen Rice, Waldo.
All right.
JL, Waldo lost that IMO. Okay, so if that's for Volkov.
Okay.
It could go either way, but Volkov split for Matt Cash. So we're right down the middle, guys.
Gosh,
So,
we don't know, huh?
Hapjed says Volkov.
Well, we know who does
Let's
know,
see.
and that's Bruce Buffer. Let's hear what he's got to say,
All
everybody.
right, Bruce Buffer's announcing.
30-27.
Okay, some 30-27.
Alexander Volkov.
Alexander Volkov.
There we go.
Okay,
The combo lives.
Now my combo lives, and I'm 3-0 on the night, right?
And I'm pissed because I just
But
missed one.
30-27 is BS.
Yeah.
You know, that's a crazy scorecard.
Yeah.
That would just be Kai Asakura to win. Or
Kai Asakura.
whatever.
Tatsuro Taira.
Taira.
Whaley Zhang, I think, or something.
Not sure why people thought Volkov won that, JL. Yeah, I mean, that was I honestly
He's the king of weird decisions,
Yeah.
isn't he?
he gets like it's like Volkov gets gifted a decision and then he gets screwed out of a decision.
And then gifted another. Oh, today's a very important Russian holiday. Based off of some of the Russians I follow online,
Okay.
they were all posting pictures of, I think it's a military guy. I don't really know, but he's addressing that.
I can't understand what he's saying.
He said, I know that I apologize that you guys don't like heavyweight fights that don't end in finish, but he's so good. Waldo was a great opponent.
I'm gonna put a question in the chat.
He basically said that fight was hard as hell, and he's calling out Surreal Gone. He thinks he beat Surreal. Nose is leaking blood, and Pereira's not a heavyweight. Give me Cyril Gone. I want to show everybody I'm the best in the world, and I deserve a title shot.
I don't think that that's a good call out because you know, if it's Surreal, it's because Surreal lost, right?
Yeah.
Because we all know that he should call out the winner of Lewis versus Hokett because Hokett's probably going to be the winner there.
and he just dealt with a shorter guy.
Yeah, and so Gane is going to be tied up. The only way he gets Gane is if Gane loses, which does nothing for him to fight Gane a third time.
Yeah.
So if Gane loses, it's not the fight you want. If Gane wins, he's fighting Tom Aspinall. So Action Bronson. His beard's getting grayer by the minute.
Mhm.
Mavsar Evolev.
Man, that guy's dialed. He hasn't had sugar in like 40. Oh, Josh
Look
Hokett, bring it
Look
on.
at the grill.
He's got the grill in his mouth. There's Pantoja.
Okay, they got Pantoja here for a face-off tonight for sure.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to go take a quick pee break, and then can I open up a deck of
Wow,
cards?
I am surprised. Did the right person get their hand raised in the chat? 90% of you so far say yes. Interesting. Interesting.
As long as the combo on
Let's
call
go.
sheet
Yeah, the
stays alive, I don't
combo's
care.
still live. The combo's still live, guys. And the third leg I need for this combo is Taira. If this third leg hits, my call sheet combo will cash this week. I've been pretty good on that. What about I'm like 2-4, two wins,
If this one hits, it'll be
3 and 5.
No, how many?
Yeah, but these are long shot combos, guys. So I don't expect all of them to hit, but yeah, they're 3 fight combos that I've been doing on call sheet, and like I try to go at least to where it's like plus 400 or better. And so I've hit 2 of them. I think I've lost 4 of them. So I'm like for 6, I'm 2 out of 6. So hopefully, let's see here. Who do you guys have for the Van fight? I got Tatsuro Taira, and so does Nick. And honestly, being a local Houston guy, it pains me to pick Tatsuro Taira because Josh Van's a local guy here. I know he represents Miramar, but he's very much H-Town. And so I just think that the gaping hole there is the grappling. And I don't believe that Joshua Van is going to be able to stop the onslaught of Tatsuro Taira's grappling. Josh is very dangerous. He throws an extremely high output as far as the volume is concerned. But I just think that Tatsuro Taira is going to show levels to the full MMA game tonight, and he's going to get his hand raised. So let's see.
Quick, Nick, JL also loves Josh Hokick.
Oh, we got another Hokick fan in the building.
Magic Man 6.
go.
No, I'm not 2-6 today. Over the last 6 weeks, I've done a 3-fight combo. So each week I put out a 3-fight combo, and 2 of them out of the 6 have hit. As far as my main card predictions, I'm 3 for 3 today. So I picked all 3 of them correctly. So so I'm 100% on that so far today.
And let me get a tally real quick for my my picks on this entire card.
Habjed Humid Town. That's about what H-Town should stand for, to be honest with you.
All right. So I got, starting from the very first fight of the night, I'm gonna go all the way up. I got Jose Ochoa, he won. Bizinger Susurkayev, he won. Pat Sabatini won, and Marco Tullio ruined my combo. Jared Gordon ruined my combo. Grant Dawson won. Yeah. Grant. So I've missed 2. Yaroslav Amazlov, he won. Atiba Gautier won. King Green won. Sean Brady won. Waldo lost, but that was iffy. Tatsuro Taira and Khamzat Chimaev are my next 2 picks. So if everything else goes victorious for me, I will have only missed 3 total on the card.
There you go.
Not terrible.
Very respectable.
Nothing to write home about, but hey.
Magic Man, thank you very much. But he said the Sean Brady breakdown made him a fan of ours. Thank you, my friend.
Let's go.
We try to give it as in-depth and accurate of breakdowns as we can. We don't claim to be guys that can land bets like some people. Sometimes we get it wrong, but we try to break fights down from the most technical standpoint that we can and try to create interesting angles and talk about things that other people aren't necessarily seeing in a particular fight. So we appreciate you watching those. Thank you so much. And Nick is about to rip open another pack.
My hands are shaking. So without further ado, let's get into this. I know there's going to be some champions in here. These 2 guys, they haven't pulled the best cards yet.
If you pull another good one, I'm going to be pissed.
I'm the champ of the card pulling.
And also, before you get into them, there is a Connor autograph on the loose.
Hey, look for this Connor autograph. It's in here. I can feel it. All right. I see an Asian name to start off, but all right. Oh, we got one of the 2 men in this next fight. Not Josh Van, but Tatsuro Taira. If he becomes the first Japanese champion, who knows? Maybe this card will be worth something.
There we go.
But there's nothing, notable about it. Oh my gosh, this must be an entire Asian deck. Zhu Rong. So right, but Zhu wrong. Zhu might be right, but Zhu might be wrong. All right.
I don't know him.
Casey O'Neill. Never heard of her.
Oh yeah, Nick thought he had the magic touch here.
She fought her last fight with 2 left-handed gloves on.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
What a dumb.
Yeah.
Chris is saying she fought her last fight with 2 left-handed gloves on.
Ooh, I like these next 2. Their accents aren't the same, but they kind of sound similar. Global Warriors, Tom Aspinall. Heavyweight, tops. Let's go. I think that's a cool one.
Yeah, this is neat.
Ooh, I like this one. We got an X-Fractor. We got an X-Fractor of arguably one of the hottest rising 155ers in the entire world, coming off arguably the biggest win of his career.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Mr. Q, Quillen Sawkilled. Whoa, Black Betty, Bam Balam.
Or as he says, the inventor of sex.
Yes, the inventor of sex.
Thank
Ooh.
you. Thank you, Quilliam.
This one's another X-Fractor, and he currently holds the BMF title for all BMFs in the game. Mr. Charles Oliveira, X-Fractor. And I find this funny because the shot that he's landing in this card is on Ilia Topuria. We all know how that fight went. So
5 seconds later.
Yeah, 5 seconds. It looks like this is the shot that
if
Ilia.
you could press play on a card You would see
I hope
Charles
this
hit the deck after
This
that.
is coming through right for you guys because it looks like that's the two loaded up to literally sleep Charles Oliveira. But a picture's worth 1,000 words. X Fractor. The worst haircut on the White House press conference. Look, love him or hate him, he's a skilled guy. I don't see him ever becoming champion, but Bo Nickel matters in this sport. So Bo Nickel, sideways card. And then
actually, you know what's crazy? Look close. You got Trump in the back of this one.
all right. Oh, so that's
I wonder if that would make it like any more rare or whatever.
Get it signed by the both of them, and then you got something valuable. And then we got Ju Sang Yu, a featherweight. You know him, you love him.
Is that the Gamber?
All right.
I love to gamble. Yeah.
Let's jump into some of these comments.
Can I quickly say, speaking of Trump in the background, there's a basketball card that was a nothing and ended up being worth a lot. It's got the what are those, the Melendez brothers?
Yeah.
They're in the background.
Oh, no kidding.
After they had killed their parents.
Really?
So
Damn, they were living
let's
high on
see.
the hog.
Ryan Dotson, Taira is so complete. I agree. JL, the fights have been dry. Let's hope for some fireworks in the main and the co-main.
Yeah, and Josh Van's a Houston guy, so we'd love to see the belt come back to Houston and for him to get the due respect that he feels he's earned. But I just feel like Tatsuro's so good, and while Josh has power in his hands, 125 is hard to really one shot finish somebody.
Yeah.
So even if Tatsuro starts to get touched, I don't know if he's going to get finished. We saw Josh Van at my gym personally getting a lot of boxing work in the past 6 to 9 months. So he's working hard to get his hands right, even better than they already were. So yeah, Josh Van is that dude. But I guess this will really prove whether he is a legitimate champion or not. They're kind of showing everything about the fight right now. They're showing Pantoja after his arm broke. A little bit of B-roll of him training. What do we got, guys? What do y'all think about that last card pull? Anybody think that was a good one? Hey, somebody said Humid Town for H-Town.
Yeah, that was when you took it. That was when you walked out for a second.
That's funny. Oh, shoot. It's gone far since then. Yeah. My bad, y'all.
So JL, Atiba should fight Suzakayev. Interesting. Yeah, that'd be something. I think they let those two guys kind of ride before they would put them in with each other.
Yes.
Let's see. Hopefully we get a fight, not a 25-minute cuff. Saw that one, Cuddle Fest. How would you see Bo versus Suzakayev going?
Well, but Suzakayev has great striking, great submissions, as we saw tonight. But also he does get hit, and I don't think he could stop the takedowns.
Yeah.
So that's actually a great matchup. Look for that on my Monday night live streams. Guys, I've been doing these. I was doing them on TikTok, but I think I'm going to move them over to YouTube, live streaming something that I'm calling Matchmaker Monday. We all love to, watch the fights, and then after everything settles and we're able to kind of get clear thoughts, do some matchmaking. And at the end of the day, it's been a lot of fun, but I'm going to move over from TikTok and do them on YouTube. So please come Monday nights. I'm doing them about 8:00 at night, live streaming. I'll be in the chat discussing basically the fights we saw, and then more importantly, who we'd like to see fight next, because Mick Maynard is a friend of mine. He trains at my gym with my coach, Crew Bob, all the time. Private lessons only. He doesn't come to class. But I'd love to match make for him every now and again, and that would be pretty fun. So if we can get a big audience over there, that would be great. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Tune in, live stream on YouTube, Matchmaker Mondays.
Are you officially going to move it to YouTube? I think that's the right move.
Yeah.
Would you guys drop a note in the chat? Would you guys show up at 8 p.m. Central on Monday for Nick doing a live stream Matchmaker Monday, where he talks about what he just basically said there, who should fight who next, and kind of give some thoughts there that engage with the chat? That would be pretty fun.
It's been a casual chat for sure, but I do come equipped with some good matches, and then of course bounce ideas off you guys. So please, if that interests you at all, come check it out. Hang out with me Monday nights. If you don't have something going on, come hang out. And even if you do, it'll live forever on YouTube. And that's largely why I'm going to move it off TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok ones just die after.
Right. Right. So yeah, please check that out Monday at 8 p.m. Matchmaker Monday with yours truly. All right, we've got the Japanese flag surrounding the octagon. That means Tatsuro Taira's music has hit the speakers, and we are officially about to see the walkout for the flyweight title fight.
Tatsuro's got to win.
All right, let's go, guys.
Come on, brother.
Really great turnout so far in the chat, guys. Thank you all so much. We've
for
held
real.
over 50. We've been up to 75, almost 80 at some points. Let's see what happens as we get into the co-main and the main. But we thank all of y'all for being here.
Moneyball, it'll be 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Mondays. I will be doing Matchmaker Mondays. And I'd love for you, especially somebody like you, get your educated insight in on the chats. I'll have some fun matchups for you guys following this card. I always try to think about the schedule, right? Who just fought? Who's about to fight? Everybody who's around right now. If somebody fought in March, maybe I won't match them up with somebody who just fought this past weekend. But winners fight winners. And I usually stick to the main card. I usually stick to the winners. But if there's somebody like an Atiba Gauthier may very well
You got to do Suzukayev. You got to do Atiba Gauthier.
Yeah. So those type of fights. And we just try to make the fights that make the most sense. And if you don't know by now, the UFC does kind of keep people on the same schedules. It just makes the most sense, heal up after the fight, get yourself back into camp. And so you'll see a little bit of a schedule made, loose schedule for the fighters. And it's not exact, but you can kind of pick up on the tendencies if you pay attention close enough to the fight. So 8 p.m. Monday, Matchmaker Monday.
Here we go. Blitz World, great show. Thank you so much. It looks like you got some takers, Nick. So
let's go.
Ryan Dotson's in. Elton is in. Joey's in. Moneyball wants to know what time, but likely in. Mac Hash is in. And Drizzy Goat doesn't like sushi, so he's taking Josh Van by round 3 KO. I don't really love sushi either, but
I do. But you used to like it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be like my go-to, but if it's a good sushi restaurant, I'm down. But
no, I had a love-hate turned to a serious hate relationship for sushi. I got
sick as a
dog one time evacuating a hurricane and ate some bad sushi, and I didn't eat it for like 7 years. And then I was like, you know what? Time to grow some stones. And what's this raw fish really going to do to me? Give me another tummy ache? Nah, not going to let that stop me. I love the flavors. Wasabi with soy sauce. I know they have this whole way you're supposed to eat it. I dip the rice straight into the wasabi soy sauce. Same. I know that's incorrect. Sometimes I'll use a fork even. I don't care. But that is how I like to eat my sushi. And I do like sushi, but let's be honest. Have you ever tried Myanmar's cuisine? The Burmese, what do they serve? Python or?
They got to. Yeah.
I don't know what they serve over there, but I will tell
Josh next time you see him.
Yeah, I will. Maybe there's some sort of pog.
Shout out to his mom too, because she made him a dish that in the buildup that he said was just off the charts. So maybe Mama Van is throwing down on the Myanmarese cooking.
And also Houston's one of the most diverse cities in the entire North America. I think the most diverse.
It's the most diverse city in the United States.
So I would be surprised if we don't have a Burma style restaurant here. Maybe
I would think
Josh Van can go over there. I'll sit down with him and go have a chat with the champ if he can retain his belt.
There we go.
Quick, a few people are asking what time would that matchmaker be for other
8 p.m. Central. So that would be
9
p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central,
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
I miss Mountain Time. Mountain Standard Time would be 7 p.m.
And then Greenwich Mean Time would be 6 hours ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll do the U.S. For those of you outside the country, you'll have to figure out
for our
8 p.m. Central what that is on your time.
For our UK friends, the Greenwich Mean Time would be like 2 a.m. But I understand if you're not awake at that point on a Monday, you got work on Tuesday. But it will live in our live stream. So just go check it out whenever you do wake up.
There we go.
Thing's gonna hit either way. Since you already got the first two right.
Yeah.
You sprinkle a little.
Sprinkle. Should Steven sprinkle a little action on Josh Van? He's got Taira to win this fight, but he's basically his combo, his Kalshi combo is going to hit. So
well, no, it's not guaranteed that it's going to hit. If Josh Van wins, I lose.
True.
If you sprinkle, you guarantee to win something.
But if he sprinkles,
yeah, but I don't. So, okay, so if I look at it,
oh, you're just an absolutist.
Yeah,
I'm going to ride this to the end.
I'm confident in my pick.
All right.
Why am I going to throw money away?
Daniel Pitt Pineda. We got Frank. We got
Where's Dan? Yeah, Dan's in the back there, in the way back.
Yeah.
Probably the worst round of my life was with Daniel Pineda.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I think he thought I was a pro fighter, and so he didn't. He sparred me like I was a pro fighter, and I made it to the end of the round, to my credit, but it wasn't no fun. Let's just put it that way.
Yep. I went out to the 4 Ounce Fight Club where they all trained not too long ago to set up a podcast and hang out with Tate the Cut Man.
Wasn't Josh Van supposed to be the guest, and then he didn't show up for the podcast?
That is correct, sir. And I felt bad because I drove like an hour to get there, and then it ended up being like an hour and a half. And all the coaches were there. Josh couldn't make it for whatever reason. And Tate Man, the Cut Man Tate, actually did make it, and he drove like 3 hours. But I guess that's just the way it goes. The champ does the champ does whatever he wants.
The double champ, the single champ does whatever he wants. So it looks like we got some folks who threw up having wasabi. I saw that. Oh yeah, JL. Last time I had wasabi, I threw it up. It's disgusting, but blame my North American palate. Yeah, I actually like the taste of it. I'm one of those weird folks.
Yeah, I like it. I like it mixed with stuff though.
Drizzy Goat, no raw food. LOL. Come on, Van. Let's go. Good show. Thank you so much. And Hopjed, wasabi. Seems like you like wasabi. Let's see here. JL asks, who has better boxing, Van or Ilya? Ilya, 100%. I agree with Joey.
Oh, yeah.
Van's good. He's exciting. He's one of the most exciting fighters to watch in the UFC because he throws such a high volume. But the precision, the power, the setups, and the high-level chess IQ of Ilya, I think I'm going to say something that maybe some of you don't agree with. I think he may be the best striker that we've got right now, and maybe in the top 5 that we've ever seen inside the UFC.
Yeah, he's not as complete as an Anderson Silva or even like an Israel Adesanya, but like Izzy doesn't have the boxing.
Yeah.
Right. Izzy had the kicks and the knees.
Like Poatan would be, competition there.
Yep. Pantoja looking over the shoulders, the ones he's taller than, looking right at the champion Josh Van, saying, "You stole that from me."
Ilya, but he doesn't box that much. Ilya uses his hands.
Yeah, he boxes a lot.
He boxes. He just doesn't throw the same volume, but he also, Josh Van he's finishing people, but not like Ilya, and he's also at flyweight. Like Ilya is sliming out some of the best fighters that this sport has ever seen.
He's put together the best 3-fight win streak in the history of the sport,
knocking out Max, Volk, and Charles back to back is as impressive as it gets,
and got Justin Gaethje on the chopping block.
Yeah,
imagine if Dustin Poirier was still in the sport and somehow he was able to add that. That'd be the biggest 5 wins that anybody would ever make, because those guys, not only most of them have belts and whatnot, they all are some of the biggest stars in the sport. Lightweight division has always been known as the most skilled division. It's just got the biggest body of talent. There's so many people that exist in that weight class. Flyweight, there's not that many guys walking around that are 125 pounds on a cut. There's so many guys that naturally live around, 175 to 200 pounds that can cut to 155. And that's why that division has always been just the pillar.
But the most people would fall into that size by body type. Let's see here.
Especially athletes that wanted to do something in sports, but maybe weren't big enough to play another type of sport.
Based Volkanovski Enjoyer said he ended up with a fish eye in his fish when he was 8 years old, and he has not touched seafood since. I don't blame you, man. I probably would be the same way.
Yeah. Now, there's some things like American sushi, I think, is a little different than Asian sushi, right? You go over to Japan, there's like living fish.
Yeah, you can
on
get
the table, and you can eat some wild stuff, eel soup, and yeah, that stuff is for the birds. For me, the invention of fire kind of made us go, okay, we don't need raw food anymore. But I will say there is some delicious sushi out there. So enough about the sushi. And also Chinese food is goated. But it's all.
We got the chat, 13 votes, 69% think Taira's got it, 31 says Van.
I just made that 71.
Let's see here. JL says Ilya doesn't kick. He does kick. He just doesn't kick above the waist.
Correct.
And, he uses the reason I like his striking so much is he strips down everything to the fundamentals and he masters the fundamentals. And he learns how to deploy power in disguising ways. he's not trying to be a Mauricio Rufy or a Joaquin Buckley with the spinning jump kicks on the gentleman that went to the PFL. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he does the bread and butter, but he does it with such precision that it's a beauty. It's a thing of beauty to watch. Joey says Anderson, Pereira, Peter Yan, Ilya, and Izzy might be the top 5 most effective strikers in UFC history.
Sugar Sean O'Malley is right out of that top 5.
Sean gets a lot of hate, but Sean is a really, really good striker.
His skills are so high level, and he's an innovator. I always put innovation in the category of importance, because anybody who can change the sport, Anderson Silva changed the sport. Habib for the ground and the cage work changed the sport. So if a striker can change the sport, that is something that weighs a lot, in my opinion, as to who the best strikers are. And like he just named, Peter Yan, in my opinion, Peter Yan is the most skilled fighter in the UFC, period, in the story.
Yeah.
He's good everywhere. He hits Muay Thai.
Peter Yan is nasty, man.
Yeah.
I love to watch. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch.
I'm going to keep saying this until the cows come home or Dana White makes this fight. If Peter Yan wins his next one and Volkanovski wins his next one, make the super fight. Alexander Volkanovski versus Peter Yan for the 145. Give Peter Yan a chance at champ status. Nothing would make me happier than that. Tell me that's not one of the best fights the UFC
That would be a
make.
ridiculous fight. We got 90 in the chat now, guys. Thank you so much. All right, let's roll. So Ryan says, can we show some love to Nick Sean Strickland impression from earlier? That was dope, dude. You really did a good job. If you haven't seen that, look at our Instagram story when you get a chance. Nick impersonated Sean's striking style.
Hey,
pretty spot on. Here we go, guys. Co-main event of the evening, glove touch. 5 minutes left on the round. So here we go. You can lock in with us if you want to know where we are time-wise.
Listen, guys, everything Hamza does is weak. He is a weak man. He literally is not a man.
Are you going to call this fight like Sean Strickland? All right, here we go. So
the gravel voice.
Tatsuro Taira moving a lot. He's definitely respecting the power of Van, looking for his entry, staying long.
Wide stance to start. He's very athletic. He loves to use that kicking range. Josh Van, of course, heavy in the lead leg because he's looking for
beautiful running takedown for Taira there. Still got to finish it. He's got Van up against the cage.
Yeah, but he's got his hands clasped behind him. That's a
beautiful takedown by Tatsuro Taira, working his way to full mount. Josh Van, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Joshua Van is in full mount
and in a whole lot of trouble. This is not where he wanted to
This is not where
up.
the champion. Man, Josh, if he gets submitted here early, he is never going to hear the end of this.
Well,
as being the weakest champ in UFC history. And I hate to say that, but that's going to be the truth.
Yeah, and numbers don't lie, right? Yeah. You really can't celebrate his victory all that much. He himself said he didn't celebrate his victory like he thought he should have. It took a little while for him to truly believe he was the champ. And then he came into this fight week and everything saying, you know what, I am the champ. I am the best in the world. And if somebody wants the belt, they're going to have to take it from me.
Which I thought was great because that's exactly the way he should be looking at it. I'll fight Pantoja again, whatever, but I am the champ and somebody's going to have to take my reign. But man, this is not where you want to be starting this fight if you're Joshua Van.
Yep, solid crossface from Tatsuro Taira. He's looking good. Josh Van's defending well. He's got active
butterfly
legs,
guard for Josh Van.
active hips. But again, we've got a guy like Tatsuro Taira just riding the wave and going from dominant position to neutral back into a dominant position. And now Josh Van's in a weird spot because he's got to use the cage to try to get up. And that is not easy to do with a guy like Tatsuro Taira with the submission skills he's got.
Look at this. Tatsuro Taira's working a really odd modified guillotine position there.
Yeah, he may be able to finish this night early for both men. Come on.
Look at this.
And the predictions, guys, keep an eye on the lines, man. These predictions are going to sway heavily in Tatsuro's favor if this fight goes longer like this. He let Josh Van up. What is that? Oh, beautiful jab. Now he may have just killed a little bit of confidence out of Josh Van, but he also just made him angry. Josh Van's going to be a little bit sharper on the feet now. He's going to be a little bit more cognizant of the takedown attempts.
Nice jab there by Tatsuro Taira. That landed right on the eye of Josh Van.
And it looks to me like Tatsuro Taira's timing is very sharp. He knows when somebody's going to pressure forward. And as soon as Josh Van comes to overcommit on moving forward,
he's going to take him down.
He's going to shoot and take down. And I love that he ran his legs on that first takedown attempt. He just, as soon as he made contact with Josh Van, he just ran him to the cage. That's the best thing you can do.
They're
Now,
both landing good jabs here. Nice
beautiful timing drill.
Absolutely beautifully timed takedown by Tatsuro Taira. And you can clearly see the frustration on the face of the champion.
Yeah, 2 for 2 on takedowns, and they weren't even close to defended.
Yeah, wow. Look at this. The votes are coming in. Van, many people, 53% still think that Joshua Van is going to be the winner. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an early fight. Every round starts on the feet. So Tatsuro Taira, if he doesn't get submissions or find enough damage early, he's going to have to start every round on the feet. And we know Josh Van can change the fight in a matter of punches. So, yeah. Obviously, Josh Van, one thing that drives me crazy is when people that are on the bottom just kind of give you that face of like, maybe the ref will stand us up. No, it's your job to stand you up, not the ref's job. Now, Tatsuro Taira is working offense. He's got a 2-on-1 on your wrist, and he's got a full body lock. Like, this is not the time where you look for the referee to get you out of here. You don't make the faces. Carlos Prates made that one face famous where he's just like standing there, but that was because they were on the feet still. When you're on your back, you cannot afford to be making those types of faces and showing like the level of unbotheredness.
Exactly,
right?
yeah. So it looks like we're going to potentially end the round here up against the cage. Very clear 10-9 for Tatsuro Taira.
That guy in the flannel shirt there towards the front row looks like Maynard James Keenan from Tool. I don't know.
It might be because Maynard is a big fan of
he just got his black belt.
Full mount again for Tatsuro Taira, flattening out the champion.
And looks like he could be in a prime spot to do some damage on Josh Van.
He's only got 14 seconds left, so 2 minutes and 53 seconds of ground control time for the challenger here. Really impressive first round for Taira. Josh Van's got to make some serious adjustments here. And the thing about it is, the fight is pretty even on the feet too, right? Because Tatsuro Taira Josh Van landed some good jabs.
Yeah.
And he was throwing some volume, but Tatsuro Taira landed just as many. Josh Van also looks very tired, just looking at him in the corner right now.
He looks exhausted, and he looks a little bit checked out.
Tatsuro Nurmagomedov, Tatsuro Taimedov.
Yeah, I like that, y'all. Keep them coming.
Shout out.
Comment sections will never disappoint.
Mag Hash, wow, that full mount was rapid. Rapid is the right word, and he did it multiple times.
It looks like him and Sean Brady might have been training
Josh
together.
looks frustrated. He looks very frustrated very early on.
And Tatsuro looks happy as can be.
Love the look of Tatsuro Taira in this. When you look at the difference in the corners, it's drastic.
Couple deep breaths, but that's okay.
Let's go.
Keep doing that takedown. Keep doing that takedown.
Yeah.
That's what the translator just said out of Tatsuro Taira's corner. So
absolutely no reason to change it if it's working.
Yep.
Base Volkanovski, enjoyer. Tatsuro's Taira ground and pound was poor. IMO. Yeah, he's got to do more, right? But Van has got to stop those takedowns, or you could see 5 rounds of rinse and repeat.
His Tatsuro Taira's shot selection was poor. The positional awareness was great. The ability to maintain top position was great, but his striking awareness and shot selection, maybe not the best on the ground. He's young. Remember, look at the timing on these takedown entries. They're looking sharp.
And somebody asked earlier, I forget who it was, and I meant to get to it, and then we got to talking. Would Demetrius Johnson, would a prime
beautiful 1-2, and then another jab off Taira. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. And Taira's back in on the leg here. Let's see if Josh can
solid.
prevent this. His shots are really, really good.
Yep.
Somebody asked if prime Demetrius Johnson would still be the flyweight champion today. My opinion is yes.
Prime for sure.
Yeah.
Potentially right now, Demetrius Johnson would be the champion.
He is a special fighter.
Especially with Pantoja out.
Yeah, I think that prime DJ absolutely
Watch a trip. Watch for a trip.
Nice knee there by Taira.
All right, don't headhunt. Now, Taira can find a beautiful jab. Now, the body's open on Josh Van, and he's biting on every single feint that Tatsuro Taira shows. Now, Josh Van did tell Chael Sonnen and Dean Thomas that he is going to finish Tatsuro Taira in round 2 with body punches. So
let's see. Tatsuro Taira is eating some shots to the face here, fighting a little hands down. I mean, okay. Yeah,
beautiful boxing from Josh Van. Look, he's a dog. He never counts himself out. It did look like he was a little bit discouraged after round 1, but he wiped the slate clean. It looks like he's back and fresh.
This is not where Taira wants this fight to be. In boxing range, he is not getting the better of these exchanges here in round 2.
No. Josh is looking sharp.
Taira needs to.
Beautiful takedown
working that
timing.
takedown timing again.
Beautiful trip.
Absolutely gorgeous trip by Tatsuro Taira.
You can't afford to let Josh Van get back to his feet here. He's clearly thrown with bad intentions, and he knows that every time he gets taken down, it's trouble for him. So he's going to wind up trying to keep every second of this fight that he can on the feet.
Yeah, and Omar asked, when's the main card? My friend, this is the main card. If you mean the main event, Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland, that is the next fight. So definitely stay.
Those boys are on deck,
tuned, yeah.
and it's about to get wild. So you don't want to miss that. Stay locked in with us as well, and don't miss a single second. I wouldn't blink if I were you, especially for the walkout and the Bruce Buffer announcement.
Yeah, they're going to have the cops back in the cage again, I feel, for the
100%. Remember when they did Conor and Khabib and there was just lines of policemen?
Yeah.
That was so cool.
That was the worst bad blood match of all time.
Yep.
So, okay, is Sean Khamzat number 2, or do you do DC John Jones? I mean, DC John Jones did start a fist fight in the lobby of the MGM, to be fair.
Yeah.
So,
I think out of all of them, this one's got the chance to be the most dangerous.
yeah. Chris says this one's got the chance to be the most dangerous of all.
Well, and look, Extreme Couture is not known for being these guys that'll just like street fight, but Khamzat's team, think about one of the guys that's in his corner, Arman Sarukian.
Yeah.
That dude will punch somebody in a grappling match.
He'll headbutt you at a weigh-in.
That dude will headbutt you at a weigh-in. Arman Sarukian is not afraid to hop that fence and get into a fight.
Yeah. 101 people in the chat, by the way. This is by far the most we've ever had with YouTube. Thank you all for being here. We are trying to call these fights as best we can. So far, utter grappling domination by Tatsuro Taira, aside from a couple of decent flurries and exchanges where Josh Van had some success with the boxing. But thus far, Josh has had absolutely zero answer to the wrestling initiative of Tatsuro Taira, and then absolutely no ability to get up when he's taken down.
And a clear indication that he doesn't have any answers down there on the ground is now he's trying to throw elbows to the body of Taira. That is just, don't think about landing offense when your back is flat on the mat. We have got to look for ways to get up.
Like even those head strikes, you're even with those head strikes, you're not winning these moments.
Yeah. Here comes a potential submission attempt.
Taira's trying to set up a guillotine here.
Don't lose position for submission.
Taira looked like what's
great
going on with the
camera
camera angle? Yeah.
Why does Taira keep getting up from the ground like that?
I don't know, but it's I think he needs to stay. Oh, Taira's knocked down. Van with big shots. Van just landed a huge shot.
If he can last 20 seconds,
only 20 seconds to go.
He's in a submission
guard. That's
attempt.
exactly what he needed to do.
The referee cannot stop it if he's in a submission attempt. Taira will survive this, and he has got to sell out for a takedown coming.
Okay, 2, 1. Yeah, Taira needs to stop letting Josh Van to his feet if he wants to win this fight.
Safe to say he got a concussion right there.
Yeah. Holy moly. Okay. Tatsuro Taira look for some corner direction to say absolutely under no set of circumstances do you give up a top position again to Joshua Van.
H-Town swanging and banging is alive and true in the flyweight division. Josh Van.
Yeah, who won that round? I think, man, who did win that round?
That's a single shot that could have changed the round. And my opinion is it'll probably be a round that is split.
Yeah,
amongst the judges, because it was complete dominance.
Absolutely beautiful shot, just straight up the middle by Josh Van.
Depending on the referee, that could have been stopped right there. Some referees stop things early. Now he did jump right back into a submission attempt, but
absolutely beautiful right hand,
beautiful shot.
Yeah, Joey, he said Taira needs to damage him on the ground. He's not investing in anything while on the ground. Yeah, he needs to, but
agreed.
He's giving up position to go for submission sometimes, which I don't love. If you think about the Sean Brady fight tonight, I know a lot of y'all thought it wasn't the most exciting, and it certainly wasn't the most exciting fight on the card, but Sean Brady did not give up an inch to Joaquin Buckley in that fight, and Tatsuro Taira is allowing Van to get back to his feet. Let's see how Tatsuro has recovered. Okay, he's having trouble now getting the takedown, so this could be really good for the champion.
Look for Josh Van to land a big 2 again. He's going to be swinging for the fences. But if he can stay sharp and not let Tatsuro Taira, move around the outside, I would venture to say on at least one judge's scorecard, it's 2-0 Taira right now. Macy Barber said 1-1. What do you guys think? 1-1 for Henry Cejudo. Got to take the champ at his word.
I'm with you, Nick. I think that round was probably split because it was such ground dominance by Taira that at least one of the judges probably still gave it to Taira. Josh Van is teeing off on the feet now. So Tatsuro Taira is in desperate need of a takedown right here.
Yep. He recovered relatively well, but he's engaging too much. If I were him, I would be on my bike. I would throw this third round away to recover.
Yeah, Tatsuro Taira really needs to get some space here. If he keeps eating these shots, this ref is very close, watching this thing extremely closely.
Yeah, Tatsuro Taira is showing a lack of fight IQ right now in a big way.
Yeah,
he just got his mouthpiece knocked out of his mouth
because he came out so brilliantly early on, and his plans for using the jab to get to the takedown was beautiful. Josh Van had no answer for it, and now he's engaging in a firefight with Van. Oh, he's hurt. Josh Van may get the knockout here.
Tatsuro Taira has no answers for Josh Van on the feet come round 3. Josh Van is showing.
There's a long way to go still. 3 minutes left in the round.
He's showing his ability to wipe the slate clean and come out better in every round. This is what champions are made of.
Yeah.
This is a very good show for Josh Van because the first round could have killed his confidence, and some guys don't bounce back from that.
That one shot changed the fight.
Yep.
Tatsuro Taira is shooting completely naked on these takedowns now.
He's a shell of himself. Yep. You've got to start moving around, sir.
Yep. Oh, wow. Ref's going to stop it here.
He's still scrambling, so I wouldn't stop it just yet.
Tatsuro
He's
Taira
defending intelligently, so we got to keep it going. Let's see what happens.
Tatsuro get building himself back to his feet. Josh Van, if I was Josh, I wouldn't be looking to grapple here. I'd be looking to make him stand back up on his feet.
Yeah, I would be saying thank you. He's looking for a submission.
Josh Van looking for a submission here. Who would have thought Josh Van by submission? That's it's not.
That's not.
Taira's not going to tap to that.
I don't know why Taira's not trying to spin around.
Yeah,
he doesn't even have the body lock.
Yeah, this is not anywhere near a
rear
hook. Naked choke.
This is a beautiful, but no, he's not getting it. Great defense by Taira.
Wow. Look at this.
Both men just throwing down.
What a round.
Fight.
What a round for Josh Van. 52 significant strikes for Joshua Van. This is a massive round for the champion.
Yeah, just here in
massive.
Big shot. Champion. Big shot just landed for Taira.
Yeah, Taira needs to put his freaking hands up and move his head.
Yep. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Poor fight IQ.
Hands down, no head movement in front of the best striker in the division. Best boxer, at least.
Well, yeah, and the boxing is proven to be king right now.
Tatsuro Taira in the most desperate way imaginable needs a takedown.
And also, you gotta mix up the takedown attempts. Everything looks like the exact same shot, and a guy at the skill level of Josh Van doesn't need to see it very many times to pick up what you're doing. Tatsuro
Taira is wearing it well. I mean,
they got the crowd on their feet, it looks like.
100%. Oh, look, Taira put some strikes together.
Yeah.
I did see Josh breathe a little heavily there a second ago. There we go. Okay, Taira looks like he's in on a takedown here. He desperately needs this. And if I'm Taira, I am not letting go of this position until either I get the takedown or the round ends.
Yep. It's got to be right. It might not be, but
okay.
It looks like that guy
looks like Taira's working his takedown.
To be Maynard. Maynard kind of has that stoic, stern face. 91% now for Van. It was 91% the other way, right?
Yeah,
like
after the first round, it sure was. Okay, beautiful takedown there by Taira. He needs to finish the round right here.
Take a nap if you've got to.
No sub, no nothing. He just needs to stay on. See, I don't like how he keeps letting Van up like that.
This is foolish game planning from Tatsuro Taira. I would be yanking my hair out of my head if I was his coach right now.
Yeah, he needs to keep him on the ground. Here we go.
All right, it looks like the dog is coming out of Taira, but he's got to be smarter than a dog if he wants to win.
2-1 Van is up. Ralph, yeah, I agree.
Oh my God!
Holy moly! 111 people in the chat.
Was he a downed opponent? Was that knee? Yeah. Oh, because of New Jersey, the biggest shot of the round for Josh Van arguably was that knee to the face, but he was technically a downed opponent.
So what can you do after the fact, though? It wasn't called.
Not a damn thing. Man.
Wow.
I think you got to give Tatsuro the win.
Tatsuro Taira is a
Call it 2-1.
absolute warrior,
Yeah.
but he's not fighting smart.
No.
He needs to do exactly what it did in the first round. Stay behind that jab.
100
that takedown.
exactly in the chat from what I can see over
We got
here.
to 124. I didn't want to say anything during the madness.
Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much. Thanks for
Deep
tuning
water
in.
favors Van. What a fight, boys. Yo, 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 Ralph.
Yo,
Thank
yo.
you. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you.
Man, this fight is something else.
Thank God the flyweights are
The
delivering.
the flyweights have. Josh Van always delivers, you know.
True. And the card has delivered. It's been a good card so far. All right. Both men look pretty damn tired.
Let's
but
go
Josh
here.
Van doesn't really let the exhaustion show.
Round 4, here we go. Tatsuro behind that long jab. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to work that jab to the takedown, either the double or the trip that he was working.
He just
Beautiful low calf kick by Tatsuro
Beautiful.
Taira to an uppercut.
follows it with an uppercut.
And
but
Josh Van with an uppercut of his own.
a big shot attempt. All right,
What a fight.
You got to get this to the ground. These boys are mixing up the martial arts better than we've seen in a little while. Very high.
Beautiful takedown by Tatsuro Taira.
Wonderful trip. Wonderful timing. Way to use your game plan.
Tatsuro Taira needs to not let up of this position.
Yep. Stay right there. If Josh Van
Yeah.
wants to hold you, don't worry about advancing position. It's on him to advance. It's on him to advance his position.
Yeah.
This is a
Stay right here if you have to, if you're
this is a
Tatsuro Taira.
fight IQ situation where you've got to just be smarter than your opponent. Both men
What
are
is it that Bob
compromised.
says? Sometimes we'll make it look pretty next time. Right now, Tatsuro Taira needs to do what he needs to do to become a champion.
Yep. 100%. And look, he's going for things like that. That leg lock. That gosh, what is it called?
Just the lockdown.
Yeah. The lockdown. The Khabib made famous when he had Conor McGregor, his legs twisted like this. That is a very dominant position, but you really have to get them up against the cage to keep it, because once once their hips are out of the equation,
Okay, full mount for Taira here.
and you have to stay here for now. I don't think that referees should really stop positions like this.
No, this is a very dominant full mounted position.
Yep. You got to stay here, position over submission. Remember what is at stake. The championship belt is at stake for Tatsuro Taira, the first ever Japanese champion, potentially. And you're going to have to fight through, hell to get it. The Burmese machine and Josh Van is not going to roll over and give this to you. You have got to fight smart, not just fight tough. Oh, man. Oh, he's turning over. He may give his back. He's deciding that turning over is not worth it. He's not going to get the buck off, so he went right back to his back. Tatsuro Taira is going to try to frame with the face, put it right there on the chin. Man, head position is key here. You got to break down the bit. Yeah, don't let Josh Van start to build back
Looking
up.
for that Americana.
This is a great fight for both men. We're
Yeah.
halfway through the round, y'all. 2 minutes, 25 seconds, 24, 23 in round 4. This is a great fight. Championship rounds. Both
This is one of the
men-
best flyweight fights I've ever seen.
Hey, both men really getting championship rounds in, right? In a championship
See
fight.
Tatsuro Taira. Oh, triangle.
Oh,
triangle.
he's got a deep triangle.
He's got him in a triangle.
With an arm. Now, all right, Josh Van snicks his head out. Beautiful.
Beautiful job by Van there. Tatsuro Taira back up to his feet. Let's see if he can get another takedown.
Oh, put your hands up for the love of God.
Taira has got to move his head and put his hands up.
Nice head movement. All right, yep. Don't telegraph that kick. Just send it.
What a fight.
Josh Van needs to start attacking offensively, right? He's looking to counter right now. He has more success when he throws first. Yes, there
Josh
you go.
Van is tagging him. What are you doing, Taira? Josh Van is absolutely tagging Taira on the feet, and Taira is fighting with hands down in boxing range with very minimal head movement. It's as you said, this is very exciting to watch Josh tee off like this. But if you're Taira's corner, you got to be just pulling your hair out.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, Taira. I mean, Taira is showing he's a warrior for sure. But my goodness,
And look, I know Pantoja's older, but the fight IQ of a guy who's in his mid-30s, late 30s is abundant. And these two are showing a lack of fight IQ, even though they're both showing dog spirit. They're showing warrior, mentality. They're also showing a lack of understanding what's going on in this fight and how to win the round. Don't just go out there and try to do one single thing. Go out there and win the round. If you can win the round, you can win the fight.
Taira in on a takedown attempt here.
133 in the chat from what I can see.
Shout out.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We got this thing pumping. Hey, we're trying to give as much energy as these flyweights are. We know these flyweights come out and work like buzzsaws. They're always moving. They're always buzzing like bumblebees. But these two are actually showing up and putting on one of the best flyweight performances I can remember.
Yeah, this is one of the best flyweight fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Josh Van is always in some of the best flyweight fights we've ever seen, right?
Yeah.
Him versus Brandon Royval was one of the best fights of all time.
All right. It could very well all come down to this fifth and final round.
So I think we're 2-2 here, boys. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, I should say. I know there's a few lovely ladies in the chat. So
shout out to you.
What do you guys think? Is it 2-2 going into the round 3? Or round 5? What the hell am I talking? I'm so geared up off this fight that I can't even think straight. 3-1 Van, Base Volkanovski. 2-2 Ryan Dotson, JL 3-1 Van. Okay, I think I'm with Ryan. I think it's 2-2.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2. I think first round and fourth round go to Taira. Rounds 2 and 3 go to Van.
Yeah, exactly. So Ryan says 1 and 4 for Taira, 2 and 3 for Van. So it very well could come down to this last round.
Great minds think alike, my friend. Yeah, this is a 2-2 fight. It all comes down to, look, Pineda giving him those last second bits of encouragement and also a little technique sprinkled in here and there. This is a battle of will. This 100%. Is a battle of who wants it more and whose game plan is going to prevail.
Who's going to implement in this fifth round?
Yep.
Here we go. Fifth and final round in what has been an incredibly exciting 125 title fight. Here we go. Glove touch, and here we're off.
They got the crowd dialed in.
Oh, beautiful striking for Taira out of the gate.
But don't get too comfortable. Use that as a means to an end to get to your grappling. Oh, nice.
Straight two for Van.
Yep.
Van can't miss with the straight punches, and it has a lot to do with the hands down and minimal head movement of Taira.
Hey, Manel Cape may be able to throw a real wrench into things.
Yeah, Manel Kopp is a real viable threat here. But Horiguchi versus Kopp is a fantastic fight.
It is.
Nice straight there by Josh Van again.
And Horiguchi is also a difficult puzzle to figure out. So both of these guys could have their hands full with him. But, I think Manel Kopp could make this quite interesting. Oh, big shot. See, what are you doing? There you go.
Tatsuro Taira
beautiful takedown defense.
Nice defense by Van, but Taira's got him up against the fence now.
Yep. And this is one of those things, right? It's all about the positional awareness.
Nice shuck off there by Josh Van. Reshoot by Taira.
And you see he's throwing good shots too as he's moving backwards and defending.
Knee up the middle by Taira.
These boys are getting wild.
This is why we love Josh Van, right? And Tatsuro Taira is becoming a favorite tonight as well for his toughness, but he really needs to kind of put that to the side, and he needs to grapple
and
here.
Fix the body language.
Or he's going to lose this.
Fight.
Van could finish him here. That's it.
Josh Van retains.
Josh Van and still UFC champion Joshua Van. Wow.
Did you sprinkle?
No, I did not sprinkle.
Body language was all the ref needed. He saw.
Dana White says that was effing unbelievable.
Who the heck is that guy?
Wow.
Tatsuro Taira
just too tough for his own good tonight. He
could not make it happen.
Wow.
What a fight.
What a fight. Okay, Josh Van, right? A lot of stuff that he said he had right, sort of an elephant on his back, right? I won the belt in a weird way. I feel like I'm the champ. I'm going to go out there and prove it. If you want my belt, come take it from me. He's got to feel good about this.
It's
right?
safe to say H-Town has a real champ now.
Exactly. We feel like Josh Van I know he's got to beat Pantoja. I know that. But it feels like he is a legitimate champion at this point in time.
Oh, yeah. After a war like that, you come out with your hand raised.
Joey says Taira needs to train his boxing with Inoue. Not even joking. I'm sure Inoue's team would be happy to. I could not agree more. That is literally the best thing he could do.
John should keep a quick peek on
Yeah.
some of the goodies.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't twist it too much just because of all the cables.
Let's see. Was this an early stoppage? I don't think so.
It was close, but the
Yeah.
body language told enough to the ref.
Man, what a tough guy. Yeah. I mean, he was cooked there.
You cannot put your head
boom,
down like that.
Boom.
That is called unintelligent defending.
Yeah. What a fight. So, yeah, Anik saying you should be allowed to turn your back, but that's a visual that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Sounding similar to what we're saying.
After this call, we're going to rip a pack. Clear frustration on Tatsuro Taira's part, throwing his mouthpiece.
Don't be mad at the ref.
He'll live to fight another day, but he's got a. I agree with who was that said?
It's going to be
Joey. Yeah, I totally agree that he should train with Inui. And that by the way, Nakatani versus Inui was one of the most technically clean boxing matches I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
and it's just lack of head movement, hands down. You're just going to get tagged, but you can't do that with a good boxer like Josh Van. Dana White absolutely loved that. And Josh Van, I mean, he's getting, more money now than he's ever gotten before, but now you got to, Dana White is a big fan. He's going to get a big bonus in this fight. You got to believe that the finances for the young man are going to change forever here. So you got to be happy for him for that.
I'll just say about Josh Van, he's got the most H-Town sounding voice.
Oh, yeah. He sounds like that Mexican OT.
All right. So here we go. We're going to hear what Josh has to say, and then Ryan Dotson, Josh's jab is up there with Peter Yan, so sharp. Yeah, he's got a very, very good jab, and Tatsuro Taira just couldn't avoid it.
He's wishing that Monster Energy was cold because he wants something cold compressing his face.
And still, undisputed UFC champion of the world, Joshua Van.
When they said and knew, it didn't feel so good for him because of the way he got the belt. But
you got to be happy for him now. Hugging Joe Rogan, Dana White.
We're gonna hear what he has to say.
This is him feeling like he's the champion now. You can see it on his face. Okay. Joe asking him how good it feels.
There you go.
Giving praise to his Lord and Savior. We know Josh, even in the buildup, the spiritual church life, Christianity is a big thing for him.
The Chin Baptist Church.
Yeah.
How about the fact that we've got Hamzat coming out?
Yeah,
next?
man. I feel like that was a main event, right?
Yeah. He's
Josh giving credit to how tough Taira is. Yeah.
Great boxing.
He took very little damage. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he was dominated in the grappling, but he took very little damage. Yep. Beautiful shot selections there.
Yep. When you smell blood in the water, you have to attack and almost put some theatrics behind it. You got to start to chunk.
That was a great finishing sequence by Van there.
Beautiful. Doubling up that power punch twice, under and then over the top.
Let's go. He said,
Doubt me
now.
Doubt me now. Took that one from Conor McGregor.
Let's go.
H-Town,
man. I told you I picked Taira, but I was cheering for Van because he's a local guy.
Yeah.
We love to see local Houston MMA do well. Okay, he said, Pantoja, get your SHIT right. We can run it back if you want. I don't think Pantoja understood what he said.
No, and he doesn't take kindly to that. Show some respect, but at the same time, Josh Van is your champion, and he did a great job in there, dealing with adversity early, coming in strong, and now ultimately finding the finish.
Card rip time. We got 2 more packs.
Bum. Let's go.
And we are starting not so hot. Talita Alencar.
Yippee.
You know Talita?
No.
Okay. Here you go, Chris.
We got a good one next, Chris. You're going to love this one. He came and went.
You know him, you love him. He went just as fast as he came. Mr. Patchy mix.
Oh, the up and comer.
And guys, oh my, what perfect timing. An autographed Joshua Van.
Whoa!
How about that?
Autograph.
Let's
too.
go.
So I can zoom in on it.
All right, Chris is going to zoom in on this bad boy. Autographed Josh Van.
Bring it down to here.
All right. Let's see. Chris is saying bring it down a hair.
Crazy timing.
The timing on that is absolutely insane. There we
Autograph
go.
Josh
Keep
Van.
that.
What a pull. There we go. Who said that? JCM. Future Stars. How about that? It's a Future Stars card. Talk about how quickly his rise was.
We got one.
You know, if you've come, I've never met Josh in person, but you've come across him a few times at the gym,
yeah,
right?
the gym, yeah.
So we'll have to tell him that we got an autograph card.
Yeah, I'll let him
There
know.
you go, Chris.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know where I was touching.
This next guy, you know him, you love him. You might not remember his name. Bilal Muhammad, former champion. Allen and Ginter. Chris, are those Allen and Ginters any good or?
It's like a throwback to an old Topps card. Like
Okay.
They had the Allen and Ginter. Let me get this
Okay.
thing sleeved up right quick.
Chris is getting that sleeved up.
Sleeve it up.
And okay, we got what do you call the shiny ones?
X-Fractor.
X-Fractor of Powhatan. I like that. I like that.
Powhatan.
It's not signed. That would be dope. But it's him kicking Magomed Ankalaev.
Drama.
We especially don't like this girl because she ruined my parlay last week.
Oh, no.
Right.
First fight of the night, she beat the girl.
Here, you ready?
No. Crazy. All right, here we go. And another refractor. We've got Dustin the Diamond Poirier refractor.
Not bad.
That's a pretty good
A
one.
retired old bloke.
Good pull. And literally the same exact card.
They do that.
Alex
sometimes.
Pereira. This is
once
literally,
again.
we just pulled this from the same pack. This guy, we thought he was going to fight for a title. Mavsar derailed him. You know him, you love him. If you're in the UK, he's one of your own, Mr. Lerone Murphy.
Yep.
Good fighter, good card. Clearly, by far, the best pull of that was the autographed Joshua Van immediately after he retains his title.
That's massive. Yeah, it wouldn't have hit the same right if we would have opened it first
Yeah,
on the first batch. Of
exactly.
cards tonight.
That literally could not have come at a better time.
crazy.
So, okay, we probably should just go ahead and open up the next one too, because there is no other fight. So,
Chris, I'll let you do it if you want
Yeah,
to.
Chris,
or-
Go ahead.
All right, guys, we're just gonna go 2 in a row. We're feeling good after that signature one come out. This one, hopefully, let's see. Ooh, it feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit heavy.
okay.
It feels like there's something good in here. Drop your pick as to what the best card in here is going to be. Here we go. The Prudential Center is about to erupt.
Let's see here. What do we have? What do we have?
No peeking.
I'm trying to get a little glimpse. That's all.
Look at that.
All right, you can peek at this one.
That's
Elijah
badass.
Smith.
Okay.
He's pretty solid.
Elijah Smith. There we go. Bantamweight. Nothing to write home about off the rip.
The caveman of the 145 division, Josh Emmett.
Okay. Like Josh.
Oh, man. Kayla Harrison.
There we go. But nothing.
Ooh, Global Warriors. Arguably the best in the world, the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev.
Let's go. Is this one of those?
No.
Okay.
They call those inserts, is what these ones are called.
Okay.
X-Fractor Lerone Murphy.
There we go. 2 pulls for Lerone in a row.
Yep.
And if you're just joining us, we literally, after the knockout, not 5 minutes later, pulled a Josh Van autograph, and it was titled Rising Stars. Think about that. How this was 2026, right? 2026. So Rising Stars, Josh Van was a rising star at the beginning of 2026, and he is now a defending world champion. This kid was an amateur 5 years ago. It's insane, the career.
I'm going to say his name, but we all know him by something else. Mauricio Santos, X-Fractor. This is a Mauricio Rufy.
Mauricio Hoofy,
Fighting on the White House card. That's a big one.
the former striking nerd.
What type time is Walmart closed. Let's go get
Yeah.
back. I'm feeling
The man that invented sex once again, Mr. Q Ball Quillen Sawkilled.
Cue ball. I haven't
I
heard
had
anybody
some-
call him that.
I had some Sawkills actually liking and sharing and commenting on one of the Instagram posts we had of him.
It has to be his family.
It has to be. I couldn't find out who it was in his family, but it looked like a lady, could be his mother.
There we go.
And then we
Shout
got
out to Mrs. Sawkilled.
a man who has been in the training camp of Hamzat Chimaev, Mr. Khalil Roundtree.
There we go.
We all know him.
Is that it? We're done. We're
Done
done,
so.
boys.
hell of a pull. I mean, that's probably, if I guesstimated, like $100 card.
There we go.
Okay.
Chris is saying the Josh Van is probably $100 card. So there we go.
There we go. And
If I'm not mistaken, they only autograph, I think, 25 or 50.
So far, no announcement for 329. So interesting here.
The reason I said that earlier, the card right before with Patchy Mix, this guy was opening cards on YouTube earlier and clearly doesn't know anything about fighting and was like, oh, we got a Patrick Mix. He's an up and comer. He just got signed to the UFC.
it had already been cut. Crazy.
Before the card was cut, he was cut.
Crazy.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Before this next fight starts, I'm going to show Taylor that. That's really cool.
All right. Who wins the main event, Chimaev or Strickland?
We're
Drop
sitting-
it in the chat.
We're sitting right under 100 in the live. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe if you're not
There were
subscribed.
200 votes in that last poll.
Let's go.
Good job, guys. Thank y'all so much for participating. We really are having a good time here. This has been our best one so far.
This has been awesome, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Don't forget
remember-
Matchmaker Mondays with Nick, and then we're going live immediately after this for an immediate recap
Yep.
and our thoughts on UFC 328.
Yep. Tune in 8 p.m. on Monday nights. Matchmaker Monday with yours truly. I'll be breaking down all the best potential matchups that we can get following UFC 328. Given that last fight we saw, and of course the names on the co-main event, I'm going to have some good ones ready, locked in and loaded for you guys. So please tune in if you can. And if not, you'll be able to tune in after the live's done. But we're going to get in the chat. We're going to chat with everybody. So it's best when you can get in right as it's happening.
Here, Chris, come sit down for one more minute. I'm going to use the bathroom for it.
Yeah. We got to get dialed in before this main event comes. Yeah. So, and then guys, remember, I'm going to say this right now. Right after this main event fight, we are going to cut the live. Once we find out the official scores and whoever wins, we'll hear the interview and then we're going to cut. But we are coming back to the live. We're going to start another live on YouTube right here. So just be on the lookout. Don't miss this one. We're going to give our instant reactions, immediate thoughts following UFC 328. Do not miss it. It's coming right after this, directly after the live stream. Please tune in.
They've already got a bunch of security in there.
Oh, yeah. The security has been.
Costa had to be separated.
Uh-oh. Apparently, we're getting word on the street that Josh Hokett and Paulo Costa had to have been separated outside or inside the Prudential Center. So they obviously had to clear some space. And the Ants Go marching song for Sean Strickland has hit the speakers. So, guys, the great American Hope is making his walk right now. Lock in because the main event has arrived. This is going to be such an insane fight. Blue gloves for the former champ. Sean Strickland looks locked and loaded.
Do you think Strickland will give Chimaev an immediate rematch after he knocks him out cold?
Whoa. You know what? I don't know if the UFC wants to run this one back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Hamzat's a dominant guy. I don't know if Hamzat's going to come back to 185. It feels to me like that was a tough weight cut for him. And I guess he's continuing to grow. So he's really looking at 205 as a viable option for his next run and potential belt, become a champ. I know in the modern era, champ was the big thing, but now everybody's looking for champ. Ilya and Alex are looking to be the first two to do it, but better believe Hamzat Chimaev would want 3 belts, which would be 85, 205, and heavyweight if given the opportunity. Of course, he's got to get 2 belts before he can get 3, but the all signs point in the direction of the best and biggest stars in the sport will be going for triple champ status. Double champ is no longer enough. Keep dropping your thoughts in the chat, y'all. I'll try to keep an eye on it while Steven's gone. Strickland's going to need a gun to win this fight. You know what? He might have one on him. He's such an American. I take it all back. That co-main event saved this card. I thought the card has been pretty fun. Maybe it's because I was doing pretty good with the picks, but go ahead.
I was going to say real quick, we were just talking about him the other day being a great grappler. He's been training with Johnny Eblin. Yeah.
Johnny Eblin's a beast.
That's so weird how we were talking about that the other day.
Yep.
And then that's who he's been training with. So he clearly, I mean, it's no surprise to anybody. He's been training how to get off the ground.
Yeah. And remember, we were watching Johnny Eblin the other day. You showed me a video particularly of how good he is.
Brian Battle. He was fighting Brian Battle. Yeah.
Yep. Far cry, but, still a very good showing and high-level techniques being displayed from Eblin. So I guess Sean Strickland had as good of a training camp as you can possibly have. Eric Nixick, Johnny Eblin, everybody at Extreme Couture. If there's a place that can get him ready for this title fight with Khamzat, it would be Extreme Couture. Man, this one's so exciting. Oh, my gosh. Khamzat's going to gas out so badly, and Strickland will shock the world and make us serious cash. Let's go, Jay. I mean, we're pulling for you. Anytime somebody's got a little skin in the game, especially somebody in our community representing and supporting our channel, we want you guys to win. So come on, the Great American Hope.
I might go put something on him real quick.
Yep. I'm glad to see the turnout of tonight's stream. Dude, Joey, me too. This one has been a rocket. If you're on social media, Instagram, TikTok especially, we had a video that we just put out, and it's an absolute rocket to the sky. So go watch that. If you have TikTok, please follow over there. Please follow on Instagram. We post way more stuff than just the videos like we do here on YouTube. So, guys, I will get back to this stuff when Steven gets back, but I usually root against the Americans, but tonight I'm an honorary American. Jay, we gladly accept you. We don't hold the other fights against you. If you want to root against non-Americans, we're totally okay with that. But if you want somebody to dethrone Khamzat Chimaev, take his O, be the O snatcher of the Boers, Khamzat Chimaev, Sean Strickland might be your guy, especially if you sprinkled a little bit on him. Let's see what happens. The epic Khamzat song, the is on the speakers right now. I'm sure he's about to go, woo, and then run right into the cage. The beard looks good. From one beard to another, that's sharp. If we hit 100,000 subscribers tonight, I'll shave my mustache and head and look just like Khamzat Chimaev. You've got my word. He's from Benoy Yurt, Chechnya. And he is about to start running. Khamzat has entered, and he's coming in hot. Looks good in black and gold and is ready to get to business. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just in one little shot, I saw at least 9 people in the cage already. So the security has been beefed up, needless to say. Arman Sarukian,
did Chimaev run out?
Yes, he did. And he had the wolf howl, and then the song start. This is going to be awesome. The guy helping him get his affairs in order before he gets the cut man dealing with him, putting the Vaseline on, looks just like him. Shave the head, shave the mustache.
We got what a corner. What a corner.
Arman Sarukian.
Here we go.
This is crazy.
You know how a fight is a big fight?
How?
You can feel yourself getting nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Like my heart is beating a little bit faster than it was for the last fight, if I'm being... Now, I was excited for the last fight, and I got very into it as it was going on.
Yeah.
But this fight, the anticipation,
is killing
the buildup, like my heart is beating faster. I can feel it. I can feel the intensity in the air.
I can't wait to see when these two are actually in the cage together.
This has real big fight feel to it. Here we go. Khamzat Boers Chimaev. My prediction, for those of you that are just joining the chat now, I predicted Khamzat Chimaev will win this fight by submission within the first 2 rounds.
If you've been here from the very beginning of the live stream, put a lock in the chat. You've been locked in from the beginning, and you're locked in through the end. We
got 130 in the chat now. This is by far the most we've ever had on YouTube. We sincerely appreciate all of you. This has been the most fun one of these that we've done because it's been the most interactive. So thank you all for being here. And
the chat's delivered, the fight's delivered, and now it's time for the main event
to deliver.
Oh, it's going to.
Here we go. Look at that. I'm counting some cops. They got the big, bald, bearded guy. That's the, always the security guard, the older gentleman, the bald fella.
Yeah,
Man,
this is wild.
This is
who's the ref? Who is going to ref this thing? My best guess is Beltran, Mike Beltran.
It's either Beltran or Goddard. Has Goddard refed anything tonight?
Give Beltran a taser and let him deal with these guys. Or as you said the other day, a tranquilizer.
A tranquilizer, yeah, because if Hamzat submits him, he's not letting go. You'll have to tranquilize him.
If you thought Khabib held on a little bit extra and squeezed,
JL's, and I hope they brawl with the cornermen after the fight. I mean, this could end up being like a Conor Khabib, all BS aside. Moneyball says so intense. Yeah, this is that big fight feel. This gives you the butterflies, right? This is the one of those ones where it's like, this is the biggest one of the year.
Yeah,
by far. In my
butterflies
opinion.
is a little bit less manly than we like. I think it gives you the my stomach hurts type of feeling.
Yeah.
I'm about to go.
Herb Dean. Okay. Herb.
I actually will argue something. This one might not be as bad as Khabib Conor because Dylan Dennis isn't there.
Yeah. Dylan Dennis actually is there. Did you know that? Okay. Remember,
I can't imagine they would let Dennis in this building.
Well, Conor goes, maybe if Dennis is there, they'll be distracted and won't attack Sean Strickland after the fight.
Dennis will start a fight of his own, which you can almost guarantee.
Well, he was trying to start a fight with Sean Strickland during fight week.
Yeah.
So he's the one guy that Hamzat and Sean Strickland would team up to fight it.
JL saying Hamzat has his ankle wrapped. There may be an injury there, so
maybe so.
No report of that. Well, let's see, because he's gonna, if he's gonna do what he's gonna do, which is shoot takedowns, that's gonna be having two working ankles is kind of a minimum prerequisite.
We'll call that an essential.
Joey says the wolf looks hungry. Boers is ready to eat. Let's go.
He is. I mean, both of these guys look dialed in. Strickland looks like he's ready, but he also looks a tad bit nervous.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead.
Hamzat looks ready, but Hamzat always looks ready, right? He always is hopping. He's energetic.
Does he shoot a takedown within the first 15 seconds of the fight?
You know what? Because I think he wants to finish and make a statement. I think he is going to look for that, but I think Sean Strickland's not going to allow it. I think Sean Strickland is going to try to keep distance real far away.
Here we go.
God, this is crazy.
Ahmad says yes. Is that to my question of does he shoot a takedown within the first 15 seconds? Because I think yes, too. Volkov had both ankles wrapped. My guess is he's taking advantage of New Jersey allowing tape to help his wrestling grippier ankles. Hey, there's something to think about.
Lockdown, boys. We are in. Boys and girls, we are locked in for the main event.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
And think
everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to go. 55 votes in the chat. 73% Chimaev, 27% Strickland so far.
Yep. And
Johnny thinks Hamzat's going to show off his striking in this one.
If he does, it'll be a little later. I don't think he's going to stand right at the beginning. I think he wants to show that I can take anybody down and nothing can stop me.
He didn't take Gerald Mearshart down.
Yeah, he didn't have to take Mearshart down. That's true.
Yeah, but Sean's way harder to hit like that than Gerald Mearshart is.
True.
15-0, 6'2", 185. Minus 490 favorite.
Maybe 185.
Strickland looks in great shape. Yeah, he does. Strickland looks like he's in the best shape he's ever been.
And Hamzat looks great too.
Zaid, let's go Hamzat. Hamzat will try to knock him out, I think. Rohan, okay. I like y'all's opinions. I like it. Let's go.
They're going to need to hire all these guys for Derek Lewis and Josh Hokett, I think, as well.
Yeah, Derek. I don't think Derek really gets the Josh Hokett humor. Like, knowing Derek personally, I don't think he really gets the stick,
Yeah.
And a glove touch. How about that? No kidding.
Wow, they just screwed everybody's
and call sheet. Yeah, everybody was like, no chance they do a glove touch. Let's go. Sean Strickland says, let's go. Let's dance. Everything. Here we go. Oh, my God. I cannot wait for this.
The fact that we just saw a smile tells me we're going to see them embrace each other in
for
some
sure.
way after this fight.
This is not going to be Conor Khabib.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
man. They both put
Oh,
it
look
all
at that.
on
Look
the
at that.
line.
Look at Chimaev. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my gosh, guys. We're seconds out.
Oh, my hands are sweating.
There's
boys.
about to be only one person, the referee, in between. Herb Dean.
hand touch
hand
again.
touch
Here
to
we
go.
go. Khamzat Chimaev throwing an outside leg kick to start things off, switching stance to the body kick.
He's already got Sean's hands moving a bit. There's the takedown.
And he's in.
It took 14 seconds.
And Sean Strickland is on the ground with 4 minutes and 41 seconds for Khamzat to work.
Not exactly where you want to start the round with Khamzat Chimaev, but wow. I can't believe they touched hands.
No one can stop him from taking them down.
No. And it's not going to get any better at 205. Nobody up there is going to stop him.
Khamzat working to the back here.
Oh, man.
Sean Strickland
Sean's
doing a
already
good job of dragging him, trying to get himself up, build his base, get standing. That's why I said,
ability to
a
find
lot
the
of people
hooks.
thought that Boers would have trouble getting Sean down because Fluffy did. And I said, we talked about this in the buildup. Chimaev is just another animal. Already feet crossed, fully has the seatbelt grip on the back of Sean Strickland with almost 4 minutes to work.
And look, but it kind of looks like Sean Strickland anticipated this. Like,
yeah,
he's like, all right, if I can hold 2-on-1 on this wrist, there's no way he can choke me. Now it's up to Khamzat to
adjust.
Advance. Uh-oh, there goes the first submission attempt, kind of. Fight the hands always against Chimaev. You have got to fight the hands.
If you don't, you'll be sleeping.
The crowd is letting him hear it. Look, they're already booing.
That's not going to bother Khamzat. Khamzat's going to fight like Khamzat fights.
It doesn't bother him, but I do think we're going to see tenacity out of Khamzat. He's going to look for more ways to find the finish than he did
now
DDP.
Now he's got Sean locked down, body lock.
But Sean Strickland looks cool as a cucumber. As cool as you can look with Khamzat Chimaev on your back.
Yeah, that's kind of not a cool place to be, but Sean's making it look all right.
Yep.
He's fighting the hands well. That's the thing.
Yep.
If somebody can't get their hands around your neck, they can be on your back all day long, but they can't choke you out.
Yep.
So yeah, this sucks for Sean. He's losing this round, but he's not so far been in real jeopardy of being submitted.
But at the same time, who's expending more energy right now? Khamzat Chimaev.
Khamzat is, because Sean is just hand fighting.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing.
158 in the chat. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go.
Thank you. Keep riding
now.
this thing up.
Will Khamzat gas out? Good question. We'll see. My prediction is he gets a submission in the first 2 rounds. So let's see. We've got 7.5 minutes for that to come true.
It's interesting, though, because the takedown isn't even the hard part, right? It's the submitting Sean Strickland that's the hard
Yeah,
part.
Sean's a great anti-wrestler, anti-grappler. The late great RIP Orlando Sanchez. Sean was doing ADCC heavyweight champion.
Tank of a man.
Sean was doing rounds with him. And I mean, Sean Strickland's this game as he spars with Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
The guy's a beast, but Khamzat Chimaev is just another level of grappling. It's like Khabib was back in the day. It's like Islam is now. People just can't stop him from doing what he does.
Yeah. And I'm sure Sean Strickland started so many rounds with guys like Johnny Eblin and all the people in the training room with people literally on his back like this.
Yeah.
All right. Riding the wave is so difficult against a high-level guy that knows how to turn into the motion. And Khamzat is doing a great job. But I'm a little shocked he's not looking for any ground and pound. There you go. There's a little bit.
I thought he was going to shoot for a triangle there for a second.
Yeah, no. He
just adjusts so well. Tatsuro Taira could... It would have been good for Tatsuro to see this before the Van fight and slam down. Sean built himself. That's just so demoralizing, too, when you expend all that energy to get back to your feet and then you just get slammed right back down.
And I agree with you, and you're always going to be correct about that, but I think Sean Strickland was anticipating all of this.
Oh, for sure.
I think he thinks his best chances are, Khamzat's nose is bleeding. I don't know how.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I don't really know. Look, the hand fighting is great. Sean Strickland knows how to defend the choke. He's not allowing Sean. Oh, there we go. There's a real submission attempt.
Okay. All right. Hamzat's got him in a rear naked choke.
But 20 seconds to work. It's not enough time. His chin is tucked, and he
Sean's
still
chin is
has two
down.
hands viable to defend the submission.
Okay, yeah, Sean's out of it, but Hamzat switches to the other hand.
10
okay,
seconds
this one's
to
a little
work.
bit deeper.
Nope. He's got the chin tucked. He's good.
That's it. Sean's going to survive the first round. Here we go.
Look at that. These two acting totally fine around one another.
Well, I mean, they've had a chance to fight each other
Yeah.
now for 5 minutes. So it's like, okay, we're in a fight. We're going to get to fight each other again. But
yeah. But look, it looks like Sean was he's not really fazed by that. Think about Josh Van's body language after that first round versus Sean's. Sean's like, yeah, I know.
Sean knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like you said, these two have trained together many rounds. So
they knew. Midline, stay off the midline, make sure we're throwing feints, and stay away. That's basically what they're telling him. Keep the distance, stay away. And one thing I would do is, if I were Sean Strickland, I would not be biting and parrying on all the feints.
yeah,
I don't think Khamzat Chimaev is really going to commit to throwing big shots. I think the striking is mostly feigning, and it's means to an end to get to the grappling.
I think you're right. So I mean, could Hamzat throw a massive shot that Sean doesn't bite on and get caught with it? Yeah, but I think the likelihood is pretty low for that.
Right.
Let's see
A
here.
little bit of blood drawn, but oddly enough, it's on Chimaev and not on Sean Strickland.
Round 2, here we go.
Very respectful, honestly.
Glove touch again.
Again, man, they are
These
just
two sold the
defying.
fight. Somebody said it in the chat. These two did a great job selling the fight. They sure did.
Yep.
Sean Strickland throwing some good jabs.
Nice jab. Hamzat's ready to shoot now.
Yes.
All right.
A couple more of those, and Hamzat's going to be shooting again.
Last time it was 14 seconds before he got the takedown. This time it is already 20 seconds and no takedown.
Big overhand there by Chimaev. It misses.
Is this the round we see Khamzat Chimaev try to throw a little bit and exchange on the feet with Sean Strickland? I believe so. It looks like that's what he's looking for right now.
Jab
Nice
to the body
jab to
by
the body.
Hamzat. Overhand.
Beautiful.
Nice straight by Strickland there. These two are in the pocket. This is boxing range, and I did not expect Hamzat to really hang around in boxing range much with Strickland. He might be trying to prove a point here.
Yep. I think DC just said it perfectly. As soon as he gets Sean's back a little bit closer to the cage, he's going to shoot. Ready, watch for the shot. 1 minute of this round, of round 2, is officially out of the way, and Khamzat Chimaev has not even looked for a level change or a takedown attempt.
It's been all striking, and it's been even, to be fair, in the strike. Sean's landed a good jab. Sean's definitely getting the better of the exchanges, but Hamzat doesn't look like he's out of place striking with Sean either.
No.
A lot of stance switching from Hamzat tonight, actually. I'm kind of surprised by that.
And he looks comfortable from both ortho and southpaw. Oh,
nice
clean
two for Sean Strickland. Absolutely beautiful straight
I can't tell
punch.
if it buckled Hamzat's front leg or if he just...
Hamzat looking for a takedown.
Beautiful.
Sean Strickland on
Winding
top now,
up
if you can
on
believe
top.
it.
Strickland on
that.
top. Who would have thought we saw this? The cameraman, he's taking pictures of that. Who would
Sean
have thought?
Strickland in top position on the ground with Khamzat Chimaev in full guard.
Closed up the guard.
Look at that.
Look at Khamzat though, smiling. He's like, "Come on, brother. This is nothing, brother." This is wild. This is the thing. The reason combat sports, and particularly the UFC, is the best sport in the world is because
you just never know what the hell is going to happen.
Expect the unexpected. Did you really think Sean Strickland would ever spend a second on top of Khamzat Chimaev while Hamzat's leaking blood off his face in round 2? This is crazy. And also, Hamzat's not really the type to throw up triangles. Like, we might see him try it, but for the most part, I think he's going to try to kick.
He's going to try to wrestle up here.
Yeah. He's going to try to kick Sean off. Back to his feet.
Back to his feet. Look at that.
Off a Hamzat takedown attempt, Sean Strickland ended up on top and then got back to his feet. That is a massive sign for Sean Strickland. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
He landed a
boxing
clean
by
shot.
Sean Strickland here.
Oh, defending the takedown beautifully. The chain wrestling.
Sean Strickland defend. Hamzat pulls. Something might be wrong with Hamzat here.
Oh my God. Are we about to see Sean Strickland get a TKO from ground and pound?
Oh, wow.
The decision master.
Sean Strickland ground and pound finish of Khamzat
And
Chimaev. Who would've-
arguably the easiest fight of his middleweight career.
I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I didn't like the way Khamzat sat down there. That seemed like something's wrong.
Big shots landed. This is, the round went to Khamzat in round 1, but this is a clear round for Sean Strickland.
By far. Sean Strickland's had the better moments of this entire fight.
Yep.
Because
you said he was going to get submitted within the first 10 minutes. Brother, I think your prediction might fly out the window here in a minute and 20 seconds.
I think it's going to. What if I meant to say Sean Strickland was going to get the submission.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. It was a typo in my brain.
215 in the chat.
Let's go.
You guys are
Come
the real
on, y'all.
goats.
Get this thing up to 300.
You guys are the real goats. I love it.
I'm shaving my head and my mustache if we get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube tonight.
Okay, so he's not shaving his head and his mustache. But what if Sean Strickland gets a submission? That's fair.
No, I'm not willing to risk that.
Strickland about to change the timeline. I just saw that come through in the chat.
Strickland is about to totally shake up the world.
Sean Strickland.
Do you think the cardio is an issue for Khamzat? Do you think that the weight cut was too much? Do you think that he overtrained with Coach Calvita?
Somebody said 10-8. No, this is not a 10-8 round.
Definitely not a 10-8 round, but this is a great round. Look, 2
minutes and 33 control time for Sean Strickland.
Go ahead and call it 2 minutes and 50 seconds of control time for Sean Strickland round 2. That is insane.
This is insanity. Sean Strickland is living in an alternate simulation here, guys.
This is wild. Look, the head positioning, beautiful. He's got it on the chin of Chimaev. A little bit of padding from the beard. Round 2 is over. Look,
dominant round for Sean
They're
Strickland.
patting each other on the back. Yeah. They're giving each other love. These two are going to hug. They might even kiss afterwards.
Wow. Arman Sarukian now giving Khamzat some water. Let's see. I want to see here how tired Khamzat looks. I did not like the way he sat down.
No, he's exhausted.
Which it's got to be the weight cut because Sam Calvita is one of the best in the business at developing cardio.
He just took the wrist wrap or the ankle wrap off.
Did he?
Yep.
You think he's quitting?
No. I think he's took the wrist wrap or ankle wrap off.
Like I thought you meant like he was like getting like
he's taking the gloves off.
Those were there to help him keep Sean down.
Yeah.
He's them off to keep Sean away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any bit of friction, he's trying to get rid of it.
JL, what was I saying all week? I said Strickland, easy money.
Come on. Easy money. Now, that's a little bit crazy. I don't think we can say that. It's 1-1 after 2, but this fight is only now just getting exciting.
Here we go. All right.
Look at Sean, man. Just the great American hope. Hey, if Sean Strickland wins this, I'm telling you, Justin Gaethje has a shot to beat Ilia Topuria at the White House. Because going into this, people were saying there's a less of a chance Sean Strickland beats Khamzat than there is a chance Justin Gaethje beats Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, well, I mean, beautiful big shot by
landed by Khamzat
there.
Guys, we're at 4 minutes, 49, 48, 47, 46 of round 3. Khamzat looking good. He's throwing heavy, chunking leather, and Sean Strickland is moving, shaking, and grooving on the feet in his Philly shell, patented, looks good, measuring range with the lead hand, peppering shots, all straight punches out of Strickland. And one thing we talked about leading up to this fight was you cannot start spamming that push kick and that teep kick because Khamzat will catch it. Obviously, Sean Strickland knew that, and he's getting the fight done with his hands.
Sean Strickland is really surprising a lot of people tonight, myself included. I mean, we sit down and we talk and call and break down fights multiple times a week, every single week. I am not going to sit here and try to lie to you and tell you I thought that Sean Strickland had a good chance of winning this fight.
No, and you're going to hear it in the comments, but me too. I said round 3 TKO. Yeah. I think this might go to decision. This fight has all the makings of a decision.
Look at Sean Strickland go. Khamzat looking for a big overhand.
But he's lunging in, and he's obviously looking to change levels and get to a grappling position. But, man.
Khamzat's not even really attempting to grapple.
There's an upper.
He sees something in Sean's defense that he's like, I don't think he wants to expend the energy because I don't think he can take him down.
But even that overhand is not the easiest shot to land on Strickland because Strickland rolls with punches so well. Even ones that touch his face, he rolls his head and absorbs them quite well by moving backwards.
Sean Strickland becomes
And
the biggest fighter in the sport with a win here. I mean, maybe behind Ilya and Alex still, but
yeah,
certainly number 3.
this is insane. How
It's insane to me that Khamzat's not even trying to take him down anymore. He saw something in the takedown defense that he didn't like.
Hey, there's some people right now that are shaking in their boots. All these people that were predicting that Khamzat was just going to ragdoll him. I mean, I thought Khamzat was going to win, but I thought, round 3 is when it would come and it'd be a back and forth, but mostly grappling fight. This is a striking fight. And everybody knows Sean Strickland has the advantage on the feet.
Not only is it a striking fight, it's a striking fight in boxing range.
Yeah.
Which massively favors Strickland.
Beautiful shot. 2-punch combination from Strickland. Oh, man, it popped Khamzat's head back.
53% on the predictions market for Sean Strickland now,
This is
if you
insane.
can believe it.
This is insane. Sean Strickland is now favored to win this fight.
Sean Strickland, I mean, you want to unlock a mythical character, underdog title fight, Sean Strickland. Think about Izzy, think about Chimaev.
Yeah.
When this guy's a massive underdog in a title fight, you can take him to the bank.
Go into this regardless of where you were looking at odds. We look at Kalshi. It was under 20% most the entire buildup of this fight that Sean Strickland even had a chance. This is insane. The damage is all done and being dealt by
Khamzat looks really labored.
Yeah.
Really, really labored.
And it looks like he's exhausted. I mean, it looks like Khamzat is actually fatiguing.
I think he's cutting too much weight.
Isn't that crazy? He used to be at 170.
But that was a long time ago,
Yeah.
Because he was 20. So, okay, how old's Khamzat? 32?
30.
We're
I
talking
think 31.
We're talking about COVID time. So we're talking about 6 years ago.
Big shots landed from both men.
He would have been in his early to mid 20s. That's a big difference,
Yeah, you do grow a little bit as you get older. And weight cuts become more difficult. Remember, he wrestled his whole life, which is full of weight cutting. So it does start to weigh on the body. Khamzat Chimaev is looking over. It doesn't seem like he's out of this fight, but he is certainly showing some things that we did not expect.
Sean's nose is bloodied a little bit.
Yep. Oddly enough, this is a decent round for Khamzat, and it's all taking place on the feet.
But Sean's still winning it, though.
For sure. But I don't think we anticipated him to land as many clean shots on the feet like this without at least shooting for takedowns afterwards.
Okay, 44 to 31 significant strikes. Sean's nose is busted. Chimaev is working a powerful jab.
Yep.
But Sean is definitely landing more, definitely the cleaner strikes here.
Man, and this just goes to show that styles make fights, right? If there's a guy who's more of a traditional striker that extends and goes and generates power by going from the pushing the power shots, they are more susceptible to takedowns. Sean's stance, although it's upright, is very difficult to shoot on because he's peppering you, and you have to change levels so far that it's actually difficult for you to get down that far.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Wild. This is a jab for jab type of fight. Look at that. Shaking hands, buddy.
Look at that. Wow. Okay. 126 votes, 68%.
Eric Nixick, I don't mean to cut you off. Eric Nixick just said, don't blow your nose. That means his nose is likely broken, and if he blows it, it's going into his
swell up those eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it straight and don't forget about your body work. Everything else is perfect. Eric Nixick is just one of the best in the business.
Yep. Top 5 of all time. Guys.
All right, guys. Here we go.
How many in the chat? I see 224.
Whoa. K Money just said 1.4 million bet on Khamzat. Wow. Was that one bet? Did somebody drop one bet of that?
That's bananas.
That's wild.
And he's a massive favorite. So what are you going to win? Like an extra 300 grand?
More than that, but I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he may have just bought the dip. So, okay. Here we go. Round number 4.
This is absolute chaos.
We have entered the championship rounds, Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland. And if you can believe it, this fight has mostly taken place on the feet.
Both of our predictions flew out the window.
Here we go. Round number 4. I can't believe Khamzat's not even attempting to take Sean down anymore.
You know who would be freaking out if he was in the corner of Khamzat right now?
Khabib. Khabib would be losing his mind if Khamzat was his fighter.
Yeah. Beautiful. Hey, you see, we said don't overkick. Sean is finding the places to kick, and he's doing it at the right times. A couple of shots to Khamzat's body, and Sean could very well zap that gas tank even further. Beautiful jab, always cutting, always moving laterally. Sean Strickland is as sharp as a tack right now.
Nice hook there by Hamzat. Good straight by Sean. Hamzat's working that jab to the body, but Sean's catching him over the top every time. He's timing it well and catching him over the top. Nice leg kick by Hamzat. Hamzat needs to think about a takedown here. He's getting Sean pressed up against the fence many times.
Nice overhand landed by Hamzat. You know, this is when the amount of training and particularly sparring that Sean Strickland does is really paying off. I know everybody says
The sensitivity is everything.
Yeah, he is so conditioned for fighting because he spars
every day.
He's not the guy that just drills. He's not the guy that looks for, just positional stuff. He just spars and he gets so many rounds. And every time you fight, you're just, a lot of people like Max Holloway, Tony Ferguson, they kind of stopped sparring, right? They're like, I've done enough sparring. I'm done. Sean Strickland's like, I don't care. This is my job, my profession, my life. I am going to do what I think works best. And that is fight to get ready for fighting. Good head movement from Chimaev. It appears to me Chimaev's striking looks better than it ever has.
Yeah, he's just fighting an extremely good boxer, in Sean Strickland.
But
he's got Sean's face busted up, and he's landing shots. And he's
Yeah.
definitely the aggressor, but Sean is the cleaner striker, landing the better jabs 100%.
Guys, when this fight ends and we get the announcement, we are turning this live off and we're going to another live stream right here on YouTube. Just refresh your page and you'll be able to jump in with us. You're not going to want to miss the immediate reactions following this fight. Oh,
good overhand by Hamzat there.
Yeah,
that got Sean's attention.
But Sean threw an uppercut and was able to actually land it. He's staying just far enough out of range, but just in the pocket to land his own shots. Unorthodox to say the least as far as Sean Strickland's defense goes, but it worked for him. 97 strikes to Hamzat's head absorbed. Now it's a lot of volume. Oh, beautiful jab. Beautiful jab from Strickland. Hamzat is telegraphing his punches a little bit, right? And the reason Strickland's having more success punching the head is because Strickland doesn't telegraph because he throws with that lead hand. When you throw with your power hand, you telegraph because it's a more laborious technique.
Yeah.
You have to generate force and shift your weight, transfer weight from back to front. And when you throw the two, that's just obvious in a guy's eyes. The jab, especially when it snaps like Strickland's, is so hard to read. And even though you've got a high guard, when you're talking about 4-ounce gloves like Hamzat's wearing right now, you can't really defend much. Even with a full high guard, there are still openings both on the side of your head and as Sean Strickland is displaying right through the middle.
Yeah, it's
Right
interesting to me. They just showed the live odds, and Hamzat's still a -200.
Yeah.
How do you guys score this so far?
let us know.
Obviously, round 1 for Hamzat. Obviously, round 2 for Sean. And I think round 3 for Sean, too, although Hamzat could be winning round 4.
Hey, we see a lot of new faces here in the live stream. Y'all be sure to subscribe. Do not
Thank you
miss
guys
out.
so much. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Every last one of you that tuned in, we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Keep tuning in. We're always here. We're always dropping the best content in the game. Sean Strickland getting his first Hamzat
Chimaev with a takedown.
Big takedown, but he's got 50 seconds to work. And we saw in the first round how good Sean Strickland is at fighting the hands, avoiding being submitted. I think Sean Strickland knew, yes, I might get taken down, but as long as I control the hands and basically stay one step ahead as far as the hand fighting and the defensive tactics for the submission, forget the takedown, focus on defending the submission.
And he's done an excellent job of that so far. And yeah, thank you guys all for being here. We do fight breakdowns, deep dives, predictions. We talk fight news. We go live on fight nights, obviously. That subscribe button should be right there. If you're new here, it's free to do it, and it means the world to us. It helps us out tremendously. Thank you guys for being here. Hamzat Chimaev on the back with 5 seconds left in the round. I've got it 2-2 going into the 5th, Nick. I got to be honest with you.
You know what? I'm saying this. I'm saying, look at that. They are bumping fists. They are friendly.
Yeah.
These two are going to train together.
These guys pulled the wool over all of our eyes here.
These two are going to become friends again. They're going to train. They're going to be in the same practice rooms again one day.
They're friends now, man.
Yeah, right? Home here now.
All right, charge my phone here. My phone,
right.
My computer was dying. Now my phone is. All right, here we go. 2-2. Okay, it looks like we got a lot of people thinking it's 2-2, both gassed. What is Sean doing, man? Yeah,
Eric Nixick is picking up
Yeah.
on something. He has got eyes locked on Khamzat. He is looking at the body language. Look at the face of Khamzat, bruised, battered, beaten, and bloody. This is wild, y'all. It all comes down to this. Hey, you know what? Big fight feel. It's kind of hard, right? Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo gave it to us for 13 seconds. These boys are giving it to us for a full 25 minutes.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, is this fight as exciting as Tatsuro Taira versus Joshua Van? No, but it's exciting in the sense that none of us saw this being the...
And it's more high level. And to be completely honest, it's a more high level fight.
Yeah, and if you... Okay, I get that there's a lot of people in this chat that pick Sean Strickland.
Look at them. Look at them.
Who can say honestly that Sean Strickland would control Khamzat from top position for a round?
The one thing about fighters, man, they will respect another fighter. And there is mutual respect in that cage right now. Beautiful takedown.
Beautiful takedown
right to the
by
back.
Khamzat.
There's nothing Sean can do except climb to that cage and start to defend the submissions.
This could be the... Khamzat knows he needs this round. It's 2-2 in my book. And I think this round, the winner of this round is the winner of the fight. Sean needs to do everything he can to... I understand the first round, he did a great job of not being submitted. This round, he needs to win the round.
How about the lack of self-doubt in Sean Strickland? When the world is counting you out, you're a former champion and you're a massive underdog against this guy.
Look at him with the inside leg trip by Sean Strickland.
God, he's getting in it. He's getting after it. He's back to his feet.
Sean Strickland might be one of the most underratedly skilled fighters in the whole world.
100%. Did you? I heard on a podcast that he's not even ranked in the top 10 best middleweights in the world, and there are people without belts that are on that ranking.
Best middleweights of all time, you mean?
Yeah. Best middleweights of all time, and all time. Even like Yoel Romero was on that.
100%. Sean is a top 10 best middleweight of all time. 100%.
Yep. But Khamzat is probably not good for another takedown attempt. So we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the feet, most likely, to finish this fight out. What are these boys going to do? Who wants it more, Khamzat or Sean Strickland?
This is it. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to become a champion or to keep your belt.
To become a champion once again.
To become a champion once again, yeah.
This is crazy. Y'all give us your thoughts. Everybody in agreements that it's 2-2? Let us know. Let us know in the chat.
Here we go. Here we go. 3 minutes left. What are we going to get? Boxing range again. Sean, this massively favors Sean, but not to say that Khamzat's not landing. Khamzat's landed some good strikes. We see the wearing on the face of Sean. Khamzat's landed some good leg kicks, but definitely in the boxing range, Sean is finding more success.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice straight two by Sean.
He doesn't throw it often, but when he does, he makes sure it counts.
Isn't it so crazy that all he really throws is a jab, and it's so hard for people to even, he throws it all fight and nobody can stop it.
I am just so glad to see that they abandoned the kicks, because that would have been what got him taken down more and more and more. And any minute you can spend on the feet gives you a better shot at winning this fight. Khamzat's really good at staying in dominant position on the ground, and Sean realized, I cannot throw kicks with this guy. I have to put my hands on him.
Sean Strickland tied for second most 100-plus significant strikes performances in the UFC, 11.
Finds a 2 late in that combination. Finds a jab right there as Khamzat closes distance. Khamzat's face is all sorts of bloody. Sean Strickland's face, all sorts of bloody.
I think this fight is really going to come down to how you score this 5th round.
Dude.
I mean, which begs the question, 3 minutes in, who's won this round so far?
It might come down to the final minute.
It's certainly a bit nice overhand there by Khamzat. Nobody's won this round so far. This round is not clearly in the bag for either fighter. Nice kick to the body.
Timing those kicks perfectly when he knows Khamzat's not looking for a takedown. Times that kick perfectly.
Damage is even. I saw that. Yeah, absolutely agree. Khamzat Chimaev looking for another takedown. Sean defending well.
Beautiful takedown.
Sean with a reversal of Sean's reversals.
That whizzer. Oh man, that whizzer is so
money.
High level. Checking the clock. Veteran move. Very smart. You've got 1 minute. If he can break free, this is all, he needs
to land a few more big shots, and this could be Sean's fight. He can't afford to have the last minute with the optics of Khamzat on top of him. Sean needs to do everything he can to try to stay off the ground here. Yeah, exactly. DC just said Chimaev's got to make this takedown count. I couldn't agree more.
He couldn't do it.
Beautiful by
couldn't do it. Sean Strickland is back on his feet.
Okay, 38 seconds to go. Here we go. 35 significant strikes for Sean. He's almost doubled up on the significant strikes this round. This is a round for Strickland here, ladies and gentlemen.
Go to the body. Go to the body.
Sean Strickland could win this fight here in the next 25 seconds.
Oh.
Big right hand by Khamzat there.
But Sean landed one too, and it actually rocked him. Not rocked him, but wobbled his feet a little bit.
15 seconds. Are we going to see an all-out brawl for the last 10? Khamzat with a big swing and a miss. Landed for Khamzat there. 6 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we go to decision.
This fight goes to decision, folks. Look at that. Embrace.
Look at these guys. They love each other.
Sean
Here we go.
Strickland raising his hands like he think he won. He got the belt. He's signaling that he got the belt.
Looks like a lot of people saying and new. I'm putting it in the chat right now. You got to lock in your pick before they call the announcement. Who won? That's a real simple question. Who won?
These
Sean?
boys.
Khamzat.
That was going to turn into an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
It's a bar fight.
It's a bar fight.
All right, let's see who won. Let's see.
Come on, put it in the chat.
Okay,
y'all.
15 votes now in the chat. 60-40 for Strickland. Okay, 68-32 for Strickland.
Let us know. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go, guys.
Our
Man.
prediction videos are about to get lambasted in the comment sections over on TikTok, which if you're not following on TikTok, go do it. If you're not following on Instagram, go do it. We're posting so much stuff over there. Stay active with us. We're always in the chats.
We appreciate it, guys. And we do this for y'all, man. We want to create the best MMA content that we can for the diehard fans like we are. This is a channel for you guys, and we appreciate all the support.
And
Thank
once again, we will tell you, as soon as this fight gets announced and we get a winner, we get a belt wrapped around somebody's waist, we're going to hear the post-fight speech, and then we're cutting it. We don't need to hear what Joe Rogan, John Anik, Daniel Cormier say. We are going straight to our own live stream, instant reaction, instant analysis of these fights.
Yep, that's it. So make sure you, when we sign off here, make sure you come right on back tonight and listen to our immediate reaction.
All we need you to do is refresh your YouTube and wait for us to start the next live. It'll be a matter of seconds. So do not go anywhere, please and thank you.
I don't know if it'll be a matter of seconds. Let's say a matter of minutes. What do you think, Chris?
Less than 2.
I think if you give me a good 5, I can get everything done.
Chris said give him a good 5. So
we'll hold him to 3. Beautiful performance by Sean Strickland. Nothing to hang your hat on, regardless of who
even
wins
if he
this
loses,
fight.
yeah.
Regardless of who wins this fight, both men should be so damn proud. Khamzat finally, it took a while for us to realize he was a human. And then Gilbert Burns. Oh, here we go.
133 significant strikes to 98. 9 of 13 takedowns landed for Sean. 3 minutes of ground control time for Strickland, which is amazing. 6 for Khamzat. Here's the question,
Gosh,
Nick.
what
is
the
there
judges?
is there a freaking rematch about to happen here at 185? I mean,
I think we have to see it.
There almost has to be, right?
We have to
Regardless
see
of
it.
what gets called here.
We have to see a rematch.
Yep. But the question is, the cat's out of the bag now. These guys like each other. Are they going to be more respectful in the rematch?
Yep. All right, Joe Rogan's in there. Dana White's in there. And Bruce Buffer has the official
Here
score.
we go.
Score has it.
Okay.
48-47
split
Chimaev.
decision.
48-47 Strickland.
Okay. Here we go. Split decision.
And
Sean Strickland. Oh my God.
Sean Strickland
Hands
did the
Khamzat
impossible.
Chimaev, his first loss in
What
MMA.
and look at the respect. A kiss, just like I predicted.
Look at this. Wow.
What in the world did we just see?
Sean Strickland and New.
This is as big of a moment for an American athlete as the
Look at
1980.
Khamzat talk about full circle. These two were separated by the police 25 minutes ago, and Khamzat Chimaev just put the belt on Sean Strickland.
This is as big as the 1980s Olympic
world.
hockey team, as big as anything we've ever seen in America.
Joe Rogan in it with the interview.
He's got the microphone in his hand. He wants to
He's
say
going to
sorry.
apologize. To his American Muslim and Christian fans. He respects everybody. He went too hard, he said. He said, I try to be a better example, but I try to sell these effing fights. Well, he sold it. Joe's like, dude, you did that. He said, that guy would not go back. I'm hitting him with everything I got. Hamzat's not going to interview.
Look at that. Toss. Those are going to be worth something.
Yeah.
How can you not love Sean Strickland?
Yeah. Sean's one of the biggest names, most meaningful fighters in the sport.
He's top 5 pound for pound.
100%. Yeah, no question about that. Somebody said I ate my words live. Yeah, JCM, I did. Yeah, no question about that.
Man.
Imavov can't wait for the rematch. Yeah, I mean, but do they give Hamzat the rematch, you know?
I think they should.
Joe Rogan congratulating Sean Strickland. Hamzat is not going to be interviewed. He has walked out of the cage very frustrated, as you can see. Not with Sean, not with the outcome. Looks like he's just frustrated with himself and his performance. And that said, Chris, let's wrap this thing up. Guys, give us 5 minutes. We're going to be back live for a immediate reaction and just thoughts on the entire UFC 328 card.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
What a sign off. Thanks, guys. Come back in 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be right back with some more content for you.